that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. Hello, everybody. It's Dark Side Phil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis. Tip me so I could catch up on back taxes, making large stacks, refunding chargebacks. And my laugh sounds like act. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. I want to have chill streams. No detractor memes, bathroom breaks, playing WWE, relaxing chill session of Street Fighter 3. Like I'm getting my vibe back from 2017. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel. I'm the one who just filed for bankruptcy. I'm the one who didn't pay my taxes. I'm the one. Me. I'm the one who masturbated in front of children. I'm the one who got 4th place at Evo. I'm the one with a 10-year legacy. I'm the one. Me. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, the condo fees, my mortgage, my taxes, my back taxes, my current taxes, my state taxes, my federal taxes, my tax attorney, my tax guy, my tax accountant, my bankruptcy lawyer, all of my credit.
Legends all gone, I don't know why I can't get no sleep at all. Might as well just play some champions. Can't get no booze at all. But even if I could, there would be one stop on my stream up on your phone. I remind you that it's time to tip. It's time to tip. Legends all gone, I don't know why I can't get no sleep at all. Might as well just play some champions. Can't get no booze at all. But even if I could, there would be one stop on my stream up on your phone. I remind you that it's time to tip. It's time to tip.
Dear Phil, I wrote you, but you're still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. And I sent 2 tips back in autumn. Must not have got them. I used my mom's credit card. She must have caught them. But anyways, fuck it. What's up, man? How's Jasper? I do think it's fucked up. You've got so many detractors. The illegal restreamers, hate channels, reactors, and every single one of them says you're down from the rafters, and every single one of them knows you're always plastered that you were grooming handily and tried to trap her, and every single one of your streams is a disaster. But at least you have support from some overcooked pasta.
Legends all gone, I don't know why I can't get no sleep at all. Might as well just play some champions. Can't get no booze at all. But even if I could, there would be one stop on my stream up on your phone. I remind you that it's time to tip.
I got an anonymous
It's time to tip.
Dear Phil, I've been a fan since 2011. I even got that underground shit with Project 7. I loved all the shit you did with John Rambo. That shit was back. I got a room full of posters and pictures of Cat My mom, my wife, is pregnant and I'm about to be a father too. If I have a daughter, I'm gonna name it after you. Anyway, I really hope this tip will get you through. Forever yours, your biggest fan. P.S. We should be together too.
My dreams all gone, I don't know why I can't get no sleep at all. Might as well just play some champions. Can't get no booze at all. But even if I could, there would be one stop when I stream up on your phone. I remind
This right here
you that it's
sucks.
time to tip. It's time to tip.
Tip, we get a big ups to Darcy DeFlo and add a song to the playlist. No. What is up, everyone? Hello, and welcome. Only mic was on. It's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello. Turn it up. Turn up my neck phones. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What's up, Jamie? Yo. Good to see you here today. Are you ready for this? Yo. You know what time it is. Yes, Jay. It's time. Go. Shout out to all my niggas from Guadalajara. I'm cruising in my blue Corolla. I need that money to be a high roller. Trapped and made a controller. She's crying downstairs, so I have to console her. Swimsuit model with eating disorder. Spent $200 on her DoorDash order. Yo, just a fucking crook with a fucking crooked jaw. False flagging down channel with my puppy dog. I committed fraud, and I got low teeth. I'm a low teeth god. False flagging, mundane maggot. Phil's fat, Phil's a faggot, Phil's a loser, Phil's a beggar. Arnold, Phil's a nigger. Right? How do you say? Brunel's a nigger, right? Very nice. All right. Let us continue. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance to save the best streak. I'm going full mask off. It's not that deep. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I got 2 big bills coming next week. One more chance left to blow. You ready? 8 time go. 8 time blow. They thought I fell off. No. Like a prime D rose, I be dunking on these hoes. Turn you into T-part, striking a T-pose. So let me tell you now what the story is. They call me DSP. Notorious. I'm cruising and wrenching, fast and furious, with my homie Pastor Eric Miller.
He's quite curious. They don't have nearly what it takes to be a man. And since I took their manhood, that's mine now, so I ain't giving it back.
My trolls are always watching me, waiting for another disaster stream. They won't even give me a piece of peace or like a whole fucking team locking onto my stream like a detractor beam. I can't get through a night sober. I'm losing my mind and I'm losing supporters. Detractors are bending me over. Just another pawn in this Ludwig world order. And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP, bottom feeder, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows. Until it time go. It's gonna take years of effort to try to dig myself out of this fucking hole. It really is. And it sucks. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life. Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. Yeah. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, we are live, and we are once again here to deliver you the most mid content on the planet, since you guys really like mid. So, it's a little difficult, trying to make it all work out, but, getting, I don't know how to be mid, is the problem. So I'm having a lot of trouble figuring it out. I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna need help from Alex viewers. What do I need to do to be more mid? I need the advice. I need the tips. Not, I mean, and I mean that in 2 different ways. How's everybody doing? Yeah? You here to hop in and troll some ponies with me? You down for that? Yeah? Okay, good. I thought I fell off for a bit. Mid? Is this Alex? No! You need Spud. Show your nipples? No. I'm good. I'm not going to get sexual. I'm not going to get overly sexual with an audience that might be underage. That seems like a bad idea. That seems like a very bad idea. I'm not going to do that. Kizzle, member for 6 months. I caught a pony in Power that has motion sickness, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'll give you one of these.
Smack that hat all on the floor. Smack that hat, give me some more.
There you go.
Thank you.
One more for all of you.
All on the floor. Smack that hat, give me some more.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in, per usual. It's been one hell of a month so far. January was very interesting for me, for the gaming industry, for content creators, for just about anybody who's breathing and likes to talk about video games. It's been quite the ride. 2024 has started off with one of the biggest games of the year, and apparently, according to this Nintendo drone right here, PALWORD has fallen off already. It's fallen off already, even though they just reached 8 million sales. And they had how many people playing? They had over, close to 2 million playing concurrently? Yeah, I don't think so. That doesn't sound like something that fell off. That sounds like the beginning. Because they made that within a week. That sounds like the beginning of something bigger. And I cannot wait for it. You know, I didn't even want to stream. I was playing PALWORD and I was like, fuck, I gotta catch up on all that lost revenue, so I may as well stream. Wilfred, you're doing it for the money? I have to. What do you want me to do about it, huh? What do you want me to do about it? Well, you could always go get a job. Fuck you! How dare you suggest that to me? Yeah. Frit is almost at 69k subs. Hit subscribe. For real, I don't get what's so hard about hitting subscribe. You guys have no problem doing that for like Moist Critical or some ordinary gamers who provide you nothing. $2 from Kizzle. Hey, Kizzle! If you want to be mid, put on some furry cat ears. Oh, no, I don't. No, I'm good. I'm good. All right. I don't like to pretend to be gay for money. I very much want to let people know that I'm an alpha Chad who likes pussy and does not like the FAGGOTRY. I'm not into that. So yeah. Over 2 million already, says Metal Crazy. That is a lot of people playing PALWORD. And you're sitting there envious. All pissed off because you can't play it on your tiny little tablet. Your pathetic Switch tablet. And you don't have anything that can go toe-to-toe with PALWORD right now on the Nintendo console. You guys are done. You're finished. It's over. But anyway, I said we're trolling ponies, so we're going to start off with ponies anyway. Yeah. Damn, I only just started playing PALWORD and it's already dead. Bummer. Yeah, apparently, Galen. Apparently it's dead, Galen. Newcomers like you who just jumped on board is proof the game is dead. So will you be gay for free? No. I won't be anything for free, and I won't be anything you guys ask me to be. I'm only going to be myself. Last time you guys tried making me a furry, and that was not okay. And then you tried to make me feel better about it by sending me money, and I was like, I don't care about your money, I'm not a furry. I will not degrade myself for your cash. I will entertain you for your cash, but I will not degrade myself for your cash. You guys can't do anything to make me degrade myself to that extent, alright? I'm a free man, and I'm straight, and I'm a man of God. No, not man of God. Now you're pushing it, Frit. Now you're really pushing it. Play that spank again, you have to pay. The first time was free. The first spank of the night is always free, mutt. If you want more, you gotta pay for it. I'm playing Tony Hawk. Yo, Frit, they were fighting over PALWORD on the Weapon Wheel podcast. It was pretty funny. All right, let's go check that out. Let's go check that shit out real quick, huh? Or first off, let's okay. Goddamn. All right, we're gonna start off with the bigger news, okay? Easy there, Quantum TV, says Garrett Woods. If only that was funny, Garrett Woods. You've been spending too much time in Alex streams. You're such a fucking asshole, Frit. I love the reactions people give me. Oh, Artec with the $2, Frit. You can't go lower than becoming a brony. Bro, stop with this bullshit. Stop trying to push that I am a brony. Stop trying to get me there. Stop trying to make me a Foot Clan member. Stop trying to make me your whore. I'm your salt dealer. I provide you illicit substances, and that's as far as our relationship goes. If you try to make it any more than that, I will delete my channel. Yeah, what up, Frit? Come, Nology. Yeah, it's $20 if you want the spanking, because I am, I'm not gonna play something that gay too much. Yeah. I've been busy working, fool, says Garrett Woods. Yeah, well, you gotta work on your comedy. I'm sorry, Garrett. I did it again. I gotta calm down. Wait, you're not the hoe? No, I'm not. Yeah. No, I refuse to join something as funny as unfunny as Foot Clan. That's just not funny. I'm sorry. Pretending to be gay and dildos, I don't really find it funny. I don't get the punchline. Wisdom Vision Productions, member for 15 months. Got a PS5 for my B-Day. Anyways, back to PALWORD. Well, go back to PALWORD, Wisdom. I don't even want you here in the first place. Nobody did. Harmon Smith, first time in Frit stream? No. Zach, I've been covering Harmon Smith before anyone else. I think I may have been the first person to cover Harmon Smith, like back in 2018. And then I covered him a few years over the course of that time. People were like, oh my god, you're stealing Alex's ponies. I need you to understand. Alex has stolen everything I've created. There will never be a moment I've stolen anything from Alex. Now, from Rags, yes, I've stolen from Rags. That you can accuse me of. I have definitely stolen from Rags. Yeah. I'm not funny, says Shade. I can tell. I paid 15 for foot jobs. That's very little for a foot job. This feet must have been really nasty, bro. How can you pay $15 for a foot job? We're not talking about foot job. We're not talking about any gay shit here tonight. We're talking about ponies. We're talking about salt. And I'm here to recover lost profits. That's the only reason I'm here tonight. And it sucks. Okay. I don't even want to be here tonight. I don't want to deal with any of you tonight. Okay, we'll start off with the first bit of news to warm everybody up as we get more people coming in. You know, I'm not going to play a 20-minute long intro for you. I always cap it out at least at 10 minutes and then we get to the stream. 20 minutes is going a little too long. And people get really, really annoyed having to wait that long just to watch a very mid-stream. So, yeah, Wisda, stop talking at your feet, Frit, and play the clips. What? Oh, no. Don't tell me what to do, Wisdom. Get out of here. You said you were going back to PALWORD. You said you were going back to PALWORD, and here you are in my stream. What is this supposed to tell me, huh? You're a liar. You're a liar. MPG is so salty about PALWORD. We're going to get into Kizzle. I have some MPG stuff. And if you don't know, if you're not a member yet, you got to spam the MPG emoji. What are you doing? I see a lot of green here, but I don't see people taking advantage of the emojis. It sucks. You know, you put in all that work for people to become members, and they don't even use the tools you built for them. They don't even spam the emojis. They don't get creative no more. Golden Apples, member for 17 months. 17 clams. Boo! Delta, I just took a break from PALWORD. Oh, that's cool, Delta. We got a lot to talk about in the wrestling world, Delta. If you haven't, go to my second channel for Tanga Taps. We're covering the Vince McMahon stuff. We're covering the Royal Rumble, which was very, honestly, pretty mid. Well, we'll talk about that on the show, though, Delta. We're not going to waste our wrestling talk here with this audience. Bionic Wolf, member for 5 months. MPG is bald. Yeah, he admits that himself. $5 from Go Soldier. Good to see you. Rumored state of play for PlayStation. Yes, sir. Okay. Ponies are saying Metro and Sonic is going to beat they're capping for multi-plat games again. Ah! 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 Oh! Oh, Metro's gonna be there. Sonic's gonna be there. It's gonna be a super secret showcase. We're gonna have games all the time. Every single time. These guys are pathetic. Kyle Edwards, member for 9 months. Hello, Moon and Star NY is algorithm safe. What? Hello, Moon and Star NY is algorithm safe. According to who? I just got off PALWORD as well. Listen, look at everybody logging off PALWORD to tune into me. That means so much. It really does. Because that game's addicting. And if you were able to break your addiction from PALWORD to tune into my mid-ass stream, you are the best. Thank you. This guy, member for 13 months. Pony and Nintendo seething hard over PALWORD. Bro, I know. And those are the only two fanboys losing their minds over this. The only ones. Ponies because they're missing out on the biggest game of the year. And Nintendrones because something better than Pokemon just came out and the world is playing it and forgetting about Pokemon. I could not have asked for a better game, honestly. I couldn't have asked for a better situation. I am so glad PALWORD came in and changed the discourse. Now we got Ponies absolutely in shambles because there's nothing else for the rest of the year. I don't care what anybody says, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever you call it, it's not enough. Alright? A remake of a game from 20 plus years ago is not enough. A remaster of The Last of Us 2 is not enough. You don't have anything. This is the worst year if you're a pony. If you bought the PlayStation console, you are definitely regretting it at this moment right now. Because you're not able to play the best of the best. Good morning, Frit and everyone. Is it morning where you're at? Well, good morning to you. I'm here in bed at the same time. Jesus Christ, we got people going to bed, people waking up. I always stream at the worst times, the worst days, and I have the worst people to stream to. So, yeah. I've been playing Infinite Wealth. I have yet to beat A Man Who Erased His Name. Once I beat it, I will move on to Infinite Wealth. I have a lot of I don't know, man. There's so much Yakuza content to consume. Like, there's like no end to Yakuza content. It's no pun intended, infinite. So yeah, a remake from decades ago, mind you. Yeah, 2 Canadian from Devastator. Harmon's releasing PALWORD Salt vids still. I know. Where do you think we're gonna be covering today? But before we get to that, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, rumors of PlayStation going third party. Now, in my opinion, I've believed PlayStation has been third party for a few years now. The moment you start releasing your games on another platform, the PC, you ain't first party no more. 10 buckaroos from Kyle Edwards. Come to the moon and star, come to me through fire and war, and we will speak for the law and the land and drive the mongrel dogs of the empire out from Morrowind. Nice quote. You know what? That earns you one of these. Thank you for the monies. This is for you. Thank you for your 10 buckaroos. Give me more money so that I can pay for the generator that I bought. Thank you. Thank you. Very much appreciated. I will enjoy your 10 buckaroos. I will definitely be spending it on things I shouldn't. So yeah. PC Master Race, indeed cool. PC Master Race, it is. Flat out dude, remember for 8 months. Ponies in shambles, gotta love it. I know, it's I'm having the, you know what, even though January was a rough month for the channel, I am surprisingly having a great time. Sometimes, like, you know, I wasn't making too much content, so I was more of a spectator to the salt that happened recently, and I get it, guys. I ask myself all the time, what the fuck do these retards like about my content? What do they like about this stuff? And then I separated myself from the editing, and I looked at it as a spectator from the outside, and I was like, oh, I get it. This is why you guys tune in. For moments like this. For moments like PALWORD. That's why you guys tune in. You don't want to go look for the salt. You want the salt to be brought to you. And you know there's lots to be found here. And we've only scratched the surface, mind you. We're barely getting anywhere as we speak. There's going to be salt factories built around this game. I'm telling you, it's the start of something beautiful. And the start to that beauty is PlayStation going third party in the rumors that we got here from Sony CEO. Whatever his fucking name is, I already forgot. the man who's replacing Jim Ryan. Yeah. $2 from Mikey! How do you see Mikey winner picks? Furries have a new gold mine of Persona species, bro. Furries will never run out of animals to, they'll just never run out of anything to be degenerate about. Brian Split with the 5 gifted membership base! Let's go! Beautiful! Beautiful! Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. This is for you. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, making the Communist Party stronger on the Pretended channel. Nobody will be able to overtake us. Thank you. Thank you so much. $4.99 from T. Day and date will never happen. Lying Ryan said 2 years ago. Sloppy seconds. Yeah. So he said. So Lying Ryan, high on crack cocaine. I've run out of things to add to the Ryan. Lion, crying, flying, Jim Ryan. Yes. For the people! For the people! We don't need feet here, we just need the Communist Party. Anyway, let's get to this shit real quick, alright? There's some pretty interesting news. Sony CEO says PlayStation's gaming future will be on PC, mobile, and cloud. Ooh, ouch. Ooh, as the leading console maker in the world, Sony is in a special spot with the PlayStation 5 and its gaming business. The console sales have continued to rise since its 2020 release, and the PlayStation division has been working towards keeping its hold on the top spot in the gaming industry for the future. What that future holds, however, is anyone's guess, including Kenichiro Yoshida. In an interview with Norges Bank Investment Management, the Sony CEO talked about where he sees the future of gaming for PlayStation going in both the short and near term. It will be ubiquitous, Yoshida said. Wherever there is computing, users will be able to play their favorite game seamlessly. Uh-oh! While PlayStation will remain our core product, we will expand our gaming experiences to PC, mobile, and cloud. What does that sound like to you, chat? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like another console brand we know? Does it? Huh? Who else? Who else is doing something like this? Who else is making the PC, the mobile market, and the cloud market an expanded part of their brand? Who? Come on, help me. Give me a name. Throw out a name. Who? Who else? Who else? Game Pass? Oh, you're close. Very close. Very close. Bloodborne PC, mobile game. Come on. You're very close. Who else is doing this? Come on. Oh, come on, chat. Stop posting irrelevant memes. There you go. Xbox. Thank you, crazy old school. Thank you. Exactly. Xbox. Microsoft. Look at that. Look at these copycats. Look at the shameless copying of Xbox's what do they call it? Their roadmap. Look at that. Exact same phrasing. PC, mobile, and cloud. Looks like PlayStation is officially third party, ladies and gentlemen. It's something that while he sees the value in... Wait, hold on. Speaking of the cloud and non-traditional gaming, Yoshida was asked about the movement towards subscription services for gaming. It's something that while he sees the value in, doesn't believe it's actually a catch-all solution for gamers. Reasonable. Yeah, I don't think you can solely rely on a subscription service at the moment. It's gonna take you're gonna need sales, you're gonna need to sell people something other than a subscription. So, I agree with him. People usually play one game at a time, he said. Oh, at a time? Well, I mean, yeah. You can only, that's all you can do on a console now if you're on a PC. You can play several games at one time, but we're not going to talk about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, just pure copying of Microsoft. Lastly, Yoshida was asked, so the all-you-can-eat type of many games may not be so valuable compared with video streaming services. So we'll have a kind of balanced or hybrid service on PlayStation Network, a subscription as well as pay-per-content. Bro, I mean, come on, dude. Come on, bro. Does Yoshida need to spell it out for the ponies? Does he need to spell it out for the press? Holy shit, we are going third party, yeah. That's what he's saying. We're going third party. Our gaming subscription service is going to follow the same model. That's what he's telling you. Lastly, Yoshida was asked specifically about the recent Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard and how it will impact the direction of PlayStation. Without really giving much away, Yoshida said that the Sony will continue to work. The Sony will continue to work to give PlayStation members. The Sony. Yoshida said that the Sony. Yoshida said that the Sony. Bro, you gotta proofread all this shit. Make sure there's no fucking grammar errors made before you fucking publish it. But whatever. That the Sony will continue to work to give PlayStation members the ability to play the best games with the best options. Healthy competition is necessary for the game industry to grow, and at Sony, we believe it is important to provide gamers with different options to play, he said. So we'll continue our efforts to achieve this. Yeah, just like Xbox. You're sounding like Phil Spencer, Yoshida. Awful lot like Phil Spencer. $5 from Dan! Nut, okay? Nut, you got it. You want me to play you DSP nutting? You're gonna have to give me more than that. $5 is not enough for the DSP nutting clip. Not enough. More. The Sony. The Sony. Who wrote this article again? Who wrote it? Insider Gaming? Said that the Sony. I mean, can you technically say the Sony? Can you say that? Is that grammatically correct? I can't tell. You don't want competition? Let us compete. Nut. No, I don't. You have to pay me to nut. Wait, no. I already said we're not exchanging sexual favors for money. This isn't an Alex stream. We don't do that. Because I don't know if it's legal yet. The minute it becomes legal, I'll be your whore. Your dirty little whore. But as for now, it's illegal and I have morals. So I'm not doing it. But anyway, probably an AI writer. Brother Spliff, you're right, brother Spliff. Yeah, man. This blood clot here, bruv. You be lying, man. For real, though. It could very well be this was all written by AI. You know, did we just catch a gaming journalist site using AI to do their own work for them? I wouldn't be surprised. AI is being used a lot right now. But my eyes can see the difference. I can tell. I'm not that stupid. Yeah. You promise Nut Tango. I promise. Promise what? I'm not promising nothing. For all you know, I'll take your money and not do what you want. You never know with me. Okay, Rastaman. Well, you gotta blame my brother Spliff, man. Yeah, we blood clot, bruv. All right. Well, anyway, chat. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this matter? Do you believe PlayStation is basically telling the world that they've gone third party, or do you believe PlayStation is not announcing anything new here and that this is what we've heard from them before? $5 from Mike Uvina picks too stoned to tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, like, it's obviously a good thing for PlayStation. They're gonna make more money. Like, they're gonna expand their market. They're gonna have more ways to, you know, get cash from people who don't want to spend for games. it's nothing but a good thing for Sony. Now, who this is a bad thing for is the fanboys. You know, the ones who believe brand image and how successful the brand is doing with audiences. Like, they're the only ones who are going to care about this. To them, it makes a difference if that happens. Because for them, it's like, oh, I need to justify why I own this plastic box. And if there's no exclusive content on the box, then there's no reason to own it. And then they throw a little fit, and then it's embarrassing, and you've seen it time and time again on this channel. You don't need me to explain it to you. You guys have eyewitnesses, and you've experienced it firsthand. Ponies are the only people in the world who are going to care about this, and that's why I love it. That's why I absolutely love it. PlayStation's going to succeed regardless of your input, okay? Regardless of MBG Gaming, regardless of fucking Reforge Gaming, regardless of any other fucking FAGGOT, Sony is going to go on without you, and they're going to continue to pull in record profits without you. You're the part of the picture that doesn't matter. And that's just the harsh reality. When Microsoft started porting their games to PC, do you think Microsoft cared how Xbox dudes felt about that? No. PlayStation isn't considering your feelings. PlayStation is considering their shareholders, and they're considering their bottom line. You are not once on their mind. No. It's never, like, if you think Sony, for a single split second, is going to say no to more money so that you can continue to host your podcasts about how amazing PlayStation is, I hate to tell you, you're going to have to start a whole new podcast. You're going to have to start a whole new channel. You're going to have to go back from the beginning and try making content on something that actually matters. No, they want that money. Exactly. I think it's a great thing that they're going to do it. I don't see a single problem with it. You won't see me fighting it because I think it's good for consumers and I think it's good for the brand. Oh well, cry me a river. The end is near. The end of your console warrior identity is closing in. What are you going to do, guys? What are you going to do when there's nothing left to console war over? Think about it. That's a scary thought for a lot of these dudes who spend the majority of their time on Twitter. They don't know what they're going to do. JCTB with the 50 gift of merit, so let's go! Let us go! 50 mil! Bye, let's go! 50 gifted memberships! Woo! Yo! Yes! Greetings, comrades! 50 brand new comrades are a part of the Communist Party of the Fraternal Place Nation. Here we believe in big titties. We believe in big ass. We don't need feet. We don't need thighs. We just need ass and titties here. We are old school. Thank you. You are a beautiful man, JCT Bean, and it's good to hear from you again. Well, it's good to hear from your wallet again. I mean, you. Both. Darren Woods, member for 11 months. You mean Ponies would actually have to get lives? Exactly. I know. Very scary thought. MPG is going to have to rebrand his entire channel. Because, like, once the brand has lost its identity, then they are going to have to disappear. And do you know how good that is? That's music to my ears. No more toxic console war discussions. Fred, you said you stopped using the USSR anthem. Yeah, well, I did. But you know what? Fuck it. JCT Beam deserves it. Okay? Alright? Okay, he deserves it. Joda Jorstar, member for 4 months. Sony is so relentless to be seen, it's pathetic. Listen, I don't think Sony, nothing Sony is doing here is pathetic. I think it's all genius. I think it's all according to plan, and I think they're making the right moves. I'm not here to put down PlayStation as a brand. I know I talk a lot of shit about PlayStation, but I don't want to see the brand disappear. I don't want to see it do bad. I want PlayStation to succeed, and I want them to continue making games and I want them, well, overall, I just want them to make good games. Why? Because they port to the PC, and that benefits me if there's good games on my platform. So PlayStation, please, keep doing good. I mean, they're selling the most consoles right now. Unfortunately, that doesn't reflect in the amount of content there is on the platform right now, but they're doing quite well, and I would like for them to continue doing well. So yeah. Anyway, we're done with this little article. We're moving on to something very interesting. I wanna point it to you. Dreamcast. Oh boy! PlayStation slams Xbox Game Pass. Sony CEO says it just doesn't work. That is not at all what we read, is it, chat? Chat. Is that what we read in this article right here? Did anybody see that in the article? Hopefully we're looking at the same article. But did you see where Yoshida said Game Pass doesn't work? Did anybody? Did anybody see that at all? I didn't. I didn't read that at all in that article, and it didn't come across that way in a single way. No. Nothing. Like, I'm not complaining about the Anthem, to be fair. I just remember you saying the Anthem is why streams were getting taken down. They were, Galen, but I couldn't help it. I'm stubborn. I don't learn my lesson. I prefer the chat would have a fun time over me having a bad time. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I'm like, it's about the show. It's about the viewers. It ain't about me. So if I can play the fucking Anthem and they like it, then I'll do it, but I ain't gonna fucking spam it. The only way you could get me to spam that is if you threw me too much money, which won't happen, so we're good. Anyway, as I was saying, PlayStation slams. Yeah, no, that was not in the fucking article. So, let's see what Dreamcast guy has to say. Has to answer for this one.
The idea of Xbox. Whenever we discuss the idea of Xbox versus PlayStation versus Nintendo, these companies are just in such different positions. Obviously, Microsoft is very different.
John Rios, welcome to the memberships. Thank you for becoming a member. It's not gifted memberships, but I will praise you. I'll still give you praise for it anyway. Thank you.
Set on the idea of subscription models. Nintendo is trying to make the biggest games for the lowest cost, trying to make games that may not.
Excalibur says, how much is too much? I mean, like, honestly, like, $50 is already too much to be super chatting me. So I'm perfectly happy with like $20 super chats here and there. Like the $50 ones and the $100 ones make me feel bad. I'm like, that's too much money to be thrown at me.
Not be graphically impressive, but are certainly fun to play. And Sony is going for the big budget AAA Hollywood style games, stuff that costs hundreds of millions of dollars, but are big cinematographic experiences, which
very, 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 very over. Like not very. I mean, would very. What do people use? Well, I'm just gonna say they're overrated. Some of the most overrated games on the planet. Let's be real. I don't think the PlayStation titles, the big cinematic ones they release, are as great as people are making them out to be. I just did not think God of War Ragnarok or Spider-Man 2 or Horizon were that great. You know what I thought was great from PlayStation? Returnal. That game was like pure gameplay. That's the kind of shit I like to see from PlayStation. Just pure fucking gameplay.
I don't even think is a word, but I think this battle, this console rivalry, has been incredibly fascinating to watch.
Incredibly is one of his favorite words.
Watch it unfold, but people are kind of wondering what comes next. How
comes next.
Is this industry going to evolve for the rest of the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 6, the new Nintendo Switch? I mean, things are definitely about to change. Well, the CEO of Sony did an in-depth interview sort of discussing the nature of the industry as it currently exists and the future of the PlayStation games we love, and I want to kind of talk about that.
More like lie about it, but Go on.
Let's get into it.
Please.
Hi, hope you're having a great day.
I'm having a fantastic
Dreamcast
day.
Guy. If you can
I
like
know who
this
you are.
video and subscribe
Never.
if you haven't
Won't
already.
happen. Nope.
So this video is going to end with a very personal message. If
Ow.
you just want to hear about video games, that's here. But, you know,
Okay.
watch to the conclusion if you want to hear something kind of heavy. But
All right. If you guys want to know the heavy thing Dreamcast Guy's talking about, we're going to have to show some respect here because it is a sensitive subject. Dreamcast Guy's mom passed away. I know it seems kind of douchey to be making, like, to be, like, responding to a video of his while that happened. I know, but, under the, you know, I think, like, even Dreamcast Guy knows, like, you don't stop the show for nothing. But, my condolences to Max and his family. I'm sorry for your loss. I know what that feels like, and I don't want to put you down that hard tonight because, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. $2 from Ghost Soldier. Last good PlayStation games were Bloodborne and Uncharted 4. But yeah, so yeah, his mom passed away, and so if this chat could show a bit of respect and, you know, rest in peace, their condolences. I think it would be the most respectful, most mature way of approaching this, and so. Again, Dreamcast Guy, we're very sorry about your mom. To lose somebody who's been there for you your whole life is just... It's like you just lost a piece of yourself, and I think you are very strong for coming out and making a video. I respect that. I really do. I really respect that you're willing to still put out content after that. It takes a strong will and a strong mind to do such a thing, so I've gained quite a bit of respect for you, Max. Fade Blaze, member for 7 months. The Red Dragon just proved that ponies are the... Yeah. So, thank you, chat, for giving him his condolences. Now, let's get back to the salt.
let's get into this. So this is the CEO of Sony, Yoshida, and he made this statement about gaming subscription models, which we can kind of read between the lines. He's talking about Game Pass. Very obviously, that is the most direct competitor to the
Delta says, "Rip to Dreamcast guy, mother!" Yeah.
PlayStation is Xbox. And so here he says this: people usually play one game at a time.
Bullshit.
So an all-you-can-eat type of mini games may not be so valuable compared with video game streaming services. We have a balanced hybrid service on PlayStation Network. Subscription as well as pay per content. So he's essentially trying to say that, hey, Game Pass works for some people, or, you know, the same way that some people enjoy other streaming services, like, I don't know, things like Ubisoft Plus, where you can download and play older Ubisoft games very easily. But he's essentially saying PlayStation isn't going to go down that route, because for us, we just don't think it's as successful for...
That's funny, because he goes on to say in that interview that they're going to be plugging in their subscription service either way. So it's like a direct contradiction. Even then, he's not saying it doesn't work. That's not what he's saying. Here, let's go back. Right here. $5 from Ghost Ho. Frit, make an iceberg explain on PlayStation fanboys. Ooh, okay.
enjoy other streaming services, like, I don't know, things like Ubisoft Plus, where you can download and play older Ubisoft games very easily. But he's essentially saying
Ubisoft!
PlayStation isn't going to go down that route, because for us, we just don't think it's as successful for the gamers. Now, somebody even posted this interesting...
Yeah, he is definitely... God! I feel so much guilt doing what I usually do, knowing what just happened to him. But yes, he does need a spit jar. He needs something to catch. He needs something to catch all that spit.
translation where they're basically saying, look,
Ubisoft! Can I get an Ubisoft in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? So, we got 50 new members. Spam the Dreamcast guy emoji. 50 new members. And none of you are spamming emojis yet? Ubisoft! Ubisoft! 2K for Devastator. Fred, Sony needs live service games to survive, to be honest. They absolutely do. They absolutely do, and I don't think Sony's not shying away from that fact. They know it. They know. So can we get some Ubisoft in the chat, please? Thank you. Very much appreciated. Spam your emojis, you fucking freeloaders.
This is a hybrid service.
Hybrid!
So what we're going to do is we'll take your monthly fee for PlayStation Plus Premium. We'll give you retro games. We'll give you new releases here and there, like
Funny, because that's just contradicting that's a contradiction.
indie stuff.
To what, not to what Sony said, but to what you said, Dreamcast guy.
Ours obviously was day one on both Game Pass, and it was also day one on PlayStation Plus. But you know what? If we actually have it as this loosey-goosey concept,
Loosey-goosey?
we don't mind.
Loosey-goosey. Can we get loosey-gooseys in the chat? Loosey-goosey. I've never heard of that one before. Loosey-goosey.
Taking stuff out of the service as well as selling you $70 games. It seems like Sony is trying to have their cake and eat it too. They'll charge you a subscription fee.
Look at that! The contradiction! Oh.
As high as they can get away with, on top of the full-priced games that they're cranking out. Now, this interview is interesting because they very much doubled down on the idea that more PlayStation games are coming to stuff that isn't PlayStation.
Yeah.
Maybe even things like mobile, cloud gaming, PC gaming. To me, as a person with a very powerful gaming PC, I'm pretty in favor of this.
Based!
I do think that my one complaint with all these PlayStation games coming to PC is we still don't have trophy support. Like,
thank you! Hey, saying all the right things tonight.
Personally, I want some sort of PlayStation launcher, the way that we have like a Blizzard launcher and a Riot launcher and stuff like that. Rockstar Games has the launcher.
Well, I would have been in favor of that, but honestly, I'm more in favor of them putting the games on Steam and allowing, Steam has achievements and all that shit. But like, if PlayStation allowed you to make a PSN account via PC and your trophies transfer over there and everything, that would be really fucking cool, and I think they should do that.
Launcher. I would love an idea to basically boot up PlayStation games on my PC, and they still work with my PlayStation account. They still let me pop trophies and unlock stuff,
that's a good
especially
idea.
if it had some cloud saves where I could pass things back and forth.
Thank you. That sounds a lot like what Xbox is doing. That sounds a lot like what Xbox is doing.
Xbox doesn't always have the games I like most. Not the biggest Starfield fan, and Redfall was definitely a dumpster fire, but I definitely love the fact that the games I play on my Xbox immediately sync with my Xbox PC account.
It's really nice, isn't it? Like little quality of life things like that make a huge difference. I don't care what any single PlayStation fanboy on Twitter says. Microsoft doing that, allowing you to play 1 minute on your Xbox, the next minute play on a PC with everything transferring over and it all being compatible and stable, like that right there is a quality of life thing that many people take for granted. I think it's excellent. I think this is exactly what Sony needs and exactly what Nintendo need. The only people who don't want it are fanboys. That's literally it. Everybody else is like universally like, yeah, that sounds great. Final Ultimate Excalibur. Hello guys, Methcast guy here. Actually, I have no idea what I'm talking about because I just smoked this bag of meth. I'm signing out. Keep dreaming. What? Mordecai Arcade, member for 14 months. Bring on the Ponies song. Here we go. Where it's right here, bro. What are you thinking about that?
It passes the saves back and forth. I mean, it's a extremely good system that's not just fluid, it's easy. Which, as a dumbass, I really enjoy.
He just called himself a dumbass. I didn't have to do anything tonight. I am winner. I am winner. Quantus Mechanicus $9.99. Gifted subs still don't work for some reason, so I'll just give another super chat. Yeah, YouTube's been a little weird. People have been having trouble fucking renewing their memberships, buying memberships, or sending super chats. I don't know what's going on, but like, yeah, YouTube's made it a little hard to send super chats recently. I've been having trouble sending people super chats myself. I don't know what's going on, but, you know. Panther 111, get the 5 memberships! You know what that means, my commies? My commie friends, my commie members. You know what that means. Thank you! Thank you! You're a winner! You are the one with the wallet. You control this nation. Do as you will. Just make sure to give me the biggest cut. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, back to the video.
But people are actually discussing this because we're in an interesting spot with the industry itself.
Yeah.
Subscription growth has flatlined. No new people are basically buying into this. Now maybe that term doesn't make sense to you, but essentially...
Yeah, it has flatlined. It has. That is a fact. Subscription services for like Game Pass, we're not seeing substantial growth of the service. And I know, you know, we're not. And that's because as long as the option to purchase games still exists, I don't think subscription services like this can fully take over. But that's good because people should have the ability to still buy their games. Do not take that away, industry. Please. $2 from Mordecai Arcade. At least Dreamcast guy is self-aware. I know, he called himself a dumbass. I didn't have to do nothing. It was great. Jimmy Chop's better for 7 months. Sup, Frit? How's the salt profit? Not good. I got fucked over in January, but I'm making up for it tonight.
No people are buying into Game Pass that have not already had Game Pass.
Yeah.
There isn't this huge flush of fresh audiences subscribing to stuff. And that goes for PlayStation Plus as well.
Yeah,
if you
that's
have
true.
PlayStation Plus, there's a good chance you've had it for a long time. There isn't this huge chunk of new console buyers getting these subscription models. So now we're in this weird spot where if you're trying to purely monetize a subscription model, like if you're trying to make as many billions of dollars as possible on Game Pass, there is a ceiling. And I think that ceiling is low.
Well, we haven't reached that ceiling yet, though. We haven't reached that. We're far away from reaching that ceiling. These subscription services have not fully taken over the industry yet. Yes, Game Pass is popular, the most popular subscription service for video games. But again, it still hasn't reached its ceiling. We got a long way to go. Lord Browning, member for 10 months. Holy shit, 2 French streams in 2 days. You okay? No, I need to make money. $2 for my tuna picks. In the words of Big Riggs, your winner. $4.99 from Scott Woodford. I'm on the Jericho cruise in hot. What? You're on the Jericho cruise? Delta. Are you hearing this shit right now? Scott is on the Jericho cruise. Bro, did you get a chance to ask Jericho about the allegations? What? You're on the fucking Chris Jericho cruise? That's crazy, Scott. Oops. I hit my desk. That's fucking wild, bro. That is so awesome. He's on the Jericho cruise, dude. You know how much you have to pay to be a part of that? Insane, bro. That is so fucking cool. Please, send me some pics on Discord. Pics or it didn't happen. Chat. Everybody in the chat, tell Scott right now. Everybody in the chat, tell Scott. Pics or it didn't happen. Pics or it didn't happen.
Lower than some people probably predicted. Now, there is some expectations, there is some little bit of analysis that perhaps about 33 million people do have Xbox Game Pass. And I mean, there's no denying the fact that Microsoft is literally the most valuable company in the world. So even if
Yeah, they are. They overtook Apple. That was crazy.
Game Pass isn't as profitable as they probably hope, they can certainly foot the bill to keep those games going.
Foot! He said foot! He mentioned the foot! Listen, chat, he mentioned feet.
Certainly foot the bill.
Foot! He mentioned feet! Alex will be losing his mind right now. Alex will be sniffing Dreamcast guy's toes. You know he would. Alex definitely sniffed Reforged guy's feet. You know he did. How much you want to bet every night when Alex came home, he would look at Reforged Gaming with that sick, twisted look, and he's like, shoes off now. Well, I don't know, Alex. Socks next. I don't want to, Alex. Socks next. Give me those toes.
Valuable company in the world, so even if Game Pass isn't as profitable as they probably hope, they can certainly foot the bill to keep those games going. I just think it's interesting that Xbox, I think, is not necessarily going to go third party, but they're going to start putting their games on PlayStation. Stuff like Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves are rumored to be coming soon. This is...
You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like wishful thinking, I'll be honest. I think we've reached the point where the industry and the people who cover it, the media, they're starting, they're starting to have some wishful thinking. They're starting to cross their fingers that Halo shows up on PlayStation. Crossing their fingers that Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves shows up on PlayStation. That's what's really going on here. Like, Xbox has officially reached the point where people want its games. That's crazy. And the Pony said we would never reach this point. We would never see a single instance of PlayStation crowd asking for Xbox games. It's starting to happen. Here it is. They want these games. They want PALWORD. They want Hi-Fi Rush. They want Sea of Thieves. They want Halo. They want all of it. They won't admit to that. But, I mean, like, right here is basically their admission to it. They're like, woohoo, please.
It's interesting to me because when I hear these tweets, when I hear this talk about PlayStation and Sony in general has been so obsessed with the walled garden approach. They've been doing this now for about 12 years, which is that instead of branching out, instead of putting their products onto the rival consoles, as much as possible, they just try and build their barriers and keep you in. They want PlayStation gamers to buy PlayStation games and get PlayStation Plus. Whereas
here's the thing, though. PlayStation, they wanted that kind of market because the console is all they had to sell their games on. But we're long past that. You can't ignore the PC market. You can't ignore the mobile market. And you can't ignore streaming services. We're long past that. Like, PlayStation's little walled garden where, like, oh, the only thing that matters is that people own our console and buy products on it and pay for things on it. Now it's like, well, does that really matter? Is there really much of a difference between that or people buying our stuff on mobile phones or on the PC? Is there much of a difference? It's still money for us at the end of the day. But yeah, no, the walled off garden, the console's the only way to experience this. It's over. It's coming to an end. $5 from John Rios. Something I did notice on Ponies. They be saying PS5 sold 50 million units, but forgetting about the scalpers, explain why not enough games being sold. John Rios, people, in my opinion, I don't think there's any, like, there's no fuckery going on with that. I think PlayStation has absolutely made those sales, and that they are official. And the reason why is because PlayStation is simply a lot more popular than Xbox. Like, I don't think, like, PlayStation has the lead because they played unfair. No, I think PlayStation has the lead because that's the console people want more. And so Microsoft has to work, like, 4 times harder to get there. But they're trying. Like, we're finally getting a Microsoft that's trying, which is what people have been asking for so long. 2 Canadian from Kamal Brown. Game Pass numbers gonna go when COD arrives, bro. When Call of Duty shows up on Game Pass, those subscriptions are going to skyrocket. Those subscription numbers are going to shoot through the roof when Call of Duty arrives.
Nintendo, they don't mind if you own other systems. Xbox doesn't.
That's bullshit. No, Nintendo. If Nintendo could have you solely playing on the Switch and nowhere else, they would.
Care if you play it on a PC or your cell phone while taking the squirtiest Taco Bell dump possible. It's
oh, I'm just mental image Dreamcast guy's fecal matter. Oh God, why did I do that? Oh,
just about having Game Pass. PlayStation, I guess I'm curious to see how this shakes out for the rest of the PlayStation 5 generation. Like, can they stay profitable with games that are so expensive?
No.
In this current climate?
I think this generation has proven that no. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think PlayStation's investment in these $300 million budget games is paying off? Or do you think it's finally starting to come to bite them back in the ass. See, during the PS4 era, that worked out pretty well for them, but here in the PS5 era, it seems like it's costing them quite a bit, even more so than ever. And they've jacked up their prices, and it's still not profitable enough for them. So Sony's solution is gonna have to be the live service approach, like Xbox. These first-party games like God of War, like Horizon, like Final Fantasy 16, they're not doing enough to cover all the expenses. And it's just been proven. It's been proven time and time this gen so far. It's biting them in the arse. Yes, it is. I think so. I don't think it's definitely I don't think it's been helping them. PS5 has been jailbroken. Yeah, I know about that. After Spider-Man 2 sales, numbers were shown. No, I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think this is working out for them. I think Sony is regrouping and is rehauling the entire way they think about selling games and who they sell it to. Because people move on fast. PC gaming's popularity is at an all-time high. Every generation, PC gaming just continues to grow and get bigger. So does the console market, and so does the mobile market. But the PC is at such a pace that you're like, if I don't port to the PC, I'm an idiot.
People are discussing the idea of the industry bubble bursting.
Good! I hope it does. I've been begging for this. I have been begging for the gaming industry to go through yet another fucking crash. Alright? Because like the gaming market crash is probably gonna it's gonna be the wake-up call we all need. Someone out there is bound to make a game that gets us out of that crash and, you know, re-innovates the way people make video games. I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers, it's been done before. Can it happen again? I don't know.
There has been a massive amount of layoffs. If you've not been paying attention, pretty much...
Shout out to the 700 watching live in under an hour! Let's go! Let's go!
Every single studio that's at least even decently sized is doing mass firings. They just fired 11% of Riot Games, which is legal.
Funny how that wasn't headline news. Isn't it funny how Riot doing mass layoffs wasn't headline news? Isn't that funny? But the Xbox doing it, yeah.
Legends and Valorant. This is one of the most profitable companies, and they are mass firing people. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we're in this spot where I do think that people invested a lot in video games during 2020 and 2021.
Yeah.
A lot of these trillion-dollar investment groups and mega billion-dollar donors and stuff like that tried to make more live service games, more battle passes, more
I can't believe I'm saying that, but he's right. During the COVID lockdowns, the industry hired too many people. Dreamcast guy is right. I'll be damned. He got me. That's correct. $4.99 from Scott Woodford. Check X. I made Barry Bloom Chris Jericho agent in it 5th time. What? Well, message it to me in a DM on Twitter. And don't call it X. It's called Twitter. Everybody here in the chat, mock Scott Woodford for calling it X. Call him an Elon simp. Elon simp. Elon simp. It's called Twitter. Alright? It's kind of like when people tell me it's Happy Holidays. No, it's not. It's Merry Christmas. It's not X, it's Twitter. It doesn't matter how much your big daddy Elon Musk says to call it X. We're calling it Twitter. Big Clam Gaming, member for 6 months. Shout out to Home and Freddy in the chat. Hit that like. Thank you, Bit. Good to hear from you, bro. How you doing?
subscription models, and a lot of those have not panned out. This is my current frame of mind when it comes to the future of PlayStation, and specifically the rest.
Who said Latinx in the chat? Who the fuck just said Latinx in the chat? Who was that? Zadbad? Did you say Latinx? You're on thin ice. You better fucking watch it. We don't drop offensive terms like Latinx in this chat. You better watch your ass.
The PS5 generation is that I hope they keep their eyes on the ball. I hope they keep making big AAA releases that are fun, maybe some remakes, maybe some AA stuff, maybe a Bloodborne remaster,
Okay.
but they don't just chase that infinite cash cow. Sony has talked about the fact that they want to make as many live service games as possible, and to me this seems like a very bad move. I think that what will actually do them best is if they just keep making the games that have already been paying their bills.
Alright, but here's the problem. What if those games are no longer paying their bills? What if those games, like what we're seeing here, are not enough anymore? Because it seems like the ceiling that you're talking about has already been met. Like, we already reached it with the AAA games like this. What are you gonna do? Our game budgets are now gonna be $1 billion in order for us to be entertained? No. Obviously, the solution isn't to inflate your budget and make more big cinematic blockbuster games. Your solution is minimal amount of investment with big returns. And look at a game like PALWORD. You don't think PALWORD was an instant profit? Instant profit. Those guys are raking in so much money, pulling in the type of profit that these companies wish they could with the games they invested that much money in. Like God of War, Uncharted, they're never going to reach this success. Horizon Zero Dawn, it's never going to reach this success. They aren't. Want to know why? Because there's a huge chunk of people who don't like these types of games. They don't like walking simulators. They don't like fucking quick time events, cinematic, David Cage style, hold the analog stick forward. A lot of people just literally want to play a game because it's a video game and nothing more, nothing less. So no, I don't think that these games are going to cut it for them anymore. It's like the gaming industry is so big, you're going to fall behind quickly if you rely on these guys.
Uncharted, Horizon, God of War, like, stick with what you know. I'm not saying don't experiment, I'm just saying...
Stick with what you know? No. No. We had enough Uncharted, we had enough God of War. It's time for something new.
Don't chase that Game Pass money, because
What?
I think it's just a very different audience. But,
Bruh! Don't chase that Game Pass money. Yeah, don't be the company with PALWORD on their subscription service right now. Yeah, don't be that company. That's not a smart move. You know what's a smart move? $500 million budget for Uncharted 5. That's the smart move, because that is a franchise that is definitely going to make your money back, right? No, dude. I mean, come on, dude. You got to think these things through, Dreamcast guy. $4.99 from the Deep Fryer! Yo! Most of the games released are semi-open world, which is massively expensive. Big bloated games that lack any sense of art direction and level design. I faced that quite a bit with Starfield, where a lot of the dungeons did not have a well thought out layer, were not laid out very well. When I was playing Starfield, I was like, this dungeon is not well thought out at all. Like, they put so much money into the aesthetics of Starfield, but they didn't create these dungeons that are memorable for you. You're not going to be talking, like, when you talk about Starfield, you're like, spacecraft, I forgot its name, I went on board, it was a pretty cool dungeon, you know. You know how there's memorable dungeon names in other Bethesda games? You don't have that for Starfield. Well, why am I talking about Starfield? $2 from John Rios. What we need is something new and creative. Simple. 15 MYR from Shiki. Sony can continue to make AAA games. They just need to stop wasting their budget on unnecessary stuff like consultation or cough baby milk. Correct. But Microsoft as well, Shiki, needs to stop investing in Baby Inc. Because Microsoft is also handing over Sweet Baby Inc. money. And that's not good. That's bad. Anybody handing money... I hope Sweet Baby Inc. goes out of fucking business. I hope they go bankrupt. And I hope they never, ever set foot in the industry again.
Clearly Sony knows.
Clearly!
Their detrimental statements towards the current state of subscription models, clearly they're not going all...
Clearly! No, that's not clearly what they said.
statements towards the current state of subscription models. Clearly, they're not going all in on that. PlayStation, I want to see them grow. And in the current climate, I'm curious what that's going to take. I mean, it's not like their games can become more expensive. It's not like their games could become even more huge. I don't know.
What did he say? Hold on, let me go back and hear that.
The current climate, I'm curious what that's going to take. I mean, it's not like their games can become more expensive. It's not like their games could become even more
It's not like their games can't become more expensive. Why would they want that, though?
huge.
Again, I don't think Sony wants bigger games that cost them more money. I don't think that's what they want. Because it's biting them in the ass. $5 from Excalibur. Let it sink in. Spider-Man was on TV, ads, the UFC, and bus stops. Yet Sony barely broke even on profit. PALWORD was $7 million, known by nobody, then blows up. Thank you, Excalibur! You put it into words perfectly, yes! All that money Sony threw for the licensing for Spider-Man, the Super Bowl ads, being able to put it on buses and subway train stations, all that kind of bullshit. And then on top of what it cost them to make the game, and they could barely break even on it. PALWORLD, in the grand scheme of things, cost virtually almost nothing, and it pulled in pure profit. Like, everybody in the industry is obviously envious about that. It's impossible not to be envious at that kind of success, because you're bashing your head against the wall, telling yourself, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? How is my $300 million budget game getting trounced by an asset flip on Steam with absolutely no marketing? How is that possible that more people in the world are playing that game? How? If you're Sony, you're obviously rethinking everything right now. Gabriel, I mean, not just Sony, but Microsoft and Nintendo. But Microsoft is the winner here because it was a smart move to allow early access on their console. Because of that, PALWORLDS is on Xbox. Smart move by Microsoft. PlayStation are the ones who should have done something like that. They should have allowed early access on their console. Because look at what they're missing. Gabriel Durant, member for 10 months. Thank you. I love you. $5 from Jose Gonzalez. Sony really should revive some of his dead franchises like Resistance, Killzone, and Infamous. I agree, Jose. Jose. I agree with you.
I don't know. Give us more Days Gone. Give us more.
No! 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 All your good deeds undone with one simple statement. Why, Dreamcast guy? Why? No! No! Never again! I don't want another Days Gone. That game was broken. Days Gone was broken. No! $4.99 from Kenneth Pollia. Hey, Frit, long time no see. Love you, man. Ha, gay. How would you book Cody's WrestleMania run this year? Kenneth, I mean, the logical decision here is to have Cody take the title. I mean, you can't have this guy win a second Royal Rumble in a row and have the same main event at WrestleMania for a second time in a row and not win. Cody's winning. He's taking the strap off Roman. There ain't no way about it. But I do think Cody's going to have... Damian Priest is going to cash in on Cody. He's going to use the Money in the Bank briefcase, cash in on Cody, and it's done. That's, I think, what the booking is going to be. And then it's going to be Cody chasing the title. Because how do you keep a character like Cody Rhodes interesting? You have him chasing the title, like you did with Stone Cold and The Rock. So that's what they're going to do. $2 from Kizzle. Sony spent $300 million to make a buggy game. I know. I'm sorry, but like, how many more zombie games do we need? And on top of that, Days Gone was not an interesting concept. It was not very well done. It was broken. I don't want games like Days Gone ever again. Like, what? Why would you suggest that, Dreamcast guy? Why?
Become even more huge. I don't know. Give us more Days Gone.
No.
Give us more incredibly
Never.
unique awesomeness like Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, yes. More of those.
Go outside the box. But
But that's not going outside the box, though. That's still making the same open world action game. That's not thinking outside the box. That's playing it safe, Dreamcast guy. You're asking PlayStation to play it safe. And that's boring! That is boring as fuck. Do we really want to see the same over-the-shoulder third-person action adventure games we've been seeing for decades? Decades now. I don't. I want something new, fresh, innovative. Something that gets people thinking, oh, maybe that's how we should make games. 199 from Scott Woodford. Twitter won't let me DM what is the Discord. Delta, hook up Scott with the Discord. Broke Motherfucker Studios, 199. Hi, I'm new. Love your vids. Keep eye up. I love you. Gay! But thank you.
But obviously, don't break the box in the process. I don't know. These have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts thinking about this because it is interesting to consider the fact that PlayStation is something that makes subscription model money, but isn't ever going to jump in with both feet the way that Microsoft has.
You don't know that though. You can't say that. You can't say that. It's never certain. I was told by the same crowd, PlayStation will never port their first-party exclusives to PC like Xbox. That's dumb. What does PlayStation do? They do it. They say PlayStation will never charge for online. They do it. They say PlayStation will never try to make a subscription service model like Game Pass. They do it. All right? Never say never. This industry is unpredictable.
But what do you guys think about this? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below.
Comments.
And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. Okay, so personal statement here.
Right.
Yesterday, I talked about my mom passing away. Just mentioned it. I got so many messages and comments and
I wish I could send you a heartfelt message, Dreamcast guy. I'm really sorry about your mom. It was fun responding to this video. It's fun, you know, making the usual jokes, the usual here and that, but you know, you don't need that when you're so down on what's going on in life right now. So condolences, bro.
Just honestly, really, really good advice. Just incredibly powerful stuff. This grief has been complicated. My mom and I didn't really, get along the last 20 years, and a lot of really interesting insight. So I just wanted to say I appreciate it. I kind of get myself out on camera, so I appreciate the fact that you guys are able to connect and help me as well. I can say genuinely from the bottom of my heart that y'all's words have helped me, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys, and please keep dreaming.
Nice. Well, condolences to your mom, and condolences to your family. But that doesn't change the fact that you did say some stupid stuff here tonight. God damn, I am such an asshole, even in all of this. But I guess from my perspective, when my dad passed away, I didn't expect a single bit of, I didn't expect people to take it any easier on me if I said the wrong thing, right? So, yeah, your mom may have passed away, and we all are very sorry about that. But it doesn't change the fact that this video was pretty bad, and it was just stupid. And you put words in people's mouths, like that Sony CEO who did not say, it just doesn't work. He didn't say that. He did not say that. Bad move, Dreamcast guy. But again, condolences to your mom. But yeah, no, it doesn't really seem like anything you said adds up. PlayStation is going to double down on subscription services. They're going to double down on PC ports. They're going the Microsoft approach. And anybody trying to deny this at this point is just coping. Like, what more evidence do you want that PlayStation has copied Microsoft's approach? What more evidence do you want? It's not enough, but yeah. He was right about Days Gone. No, he was not! Days Gone is trash! Anyway. Okay, so we're moving on to the next pony of the night, Mr. Puerto Rock. Honestly. Grand opening! Grand closing! One more time, everybody, do it with me! Everybody, do the monkey! Grand opening! Grand closing! Yeah! One more. Come on, everybody.
Grand
opening. Grand closing. Oh, there you go. Yes, Vin Petrol. How did
Welcome,
you know?
my friends, my family, my fellow gamers.
I'm not your
This is
fellow
friend,
gamer.
YouTube Streets, Porter Rock 77. And
All
let's
right.
talk The Last of Us. As you can see here,
Oh my god, bros. Chat, if I ever get to the point where I'm too lazy to cut out things like this, where, like, look how lazy this video is. Just look how fucking lazy this video is. The guy is not bothering to splice anything. He's just recording on his webcam and pulling up stuff on his computer in OBS. He's not bothering to put in the work. Please, do not allow me to become this type of YouTuber, chat. You guys keep me in line. Especially you, Delta.
we got right here The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster with a universal acclaim of 91. Great Metacritic score. What I found weird.
199 from Kazama Fury. Days Gone, a Sci-Fi Filter sequel. Ball dropped, Sony. Yeah.
Was people complaining that it got 91 Metacritic. Like, okay.
The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered got a 91? I have to ask, why do games like this get to be reviewed again? It's the same fucking game.
How is that different than any other game that got a remake or remaster and generally got...
Honestly, like, remakes and remasters should not... I don't understand. Like, the score should definitely stay the same if the game's been released in the past. Like, you don't get to have more... You don't get to have a higher score for releasing the same shit again.
Almost the same score because it is still the core game with the improvements of, you know, resolution and graphics or whatever they do. So generally you might get a similar score. That's not a new thing, right? But for whatever reason, you know, the goalposts move and now, oh my god, Last of Us Remastered got a 91. Never mind how many times did Resident Evil 4 get a remake or remaster, got reviewed.
Yeah, and I wasn't okay with that. I was one of the people that spoke out and said Resident Evil 4 should not be considered for another game of the year. You know what? If I'm going to put up with Puerto Rock, I got to do it the right way. I got to open up a Modelo. And you know what? I got ice cold ones too. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh my god, this Modelo is a lot more cold than my heart. Look at that. Oh. Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with a Modelo. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cold.
And got an amazing score and stuff. But let's talk about the user reviews. Now, users reviews has generally always been trash.
Yeah, he's only saying that because The Last of Us 2 got review bombed. Because The Last of Us 2 is trash.
Not worth it. But apparently Metacritic cleaned it up a bit because...
That's fucked! Metacritic went in there and they scrubbed out negative reviews. But how come Metacritic didn't scrub out positive reviews? You guys ask yourself that? Why did Metacritic scrub out only the bad negative reviews, but they kept all the inflated positive ones? Why is that? Huh? Could it be that infamous Xbox tax we've all been hearing about? Modelo Negra hits so good. Oh, yeah. Whoo! Yeah. $5 from News to Astonish. Hey, you're a new person. Hey, Daddy Frit. Are you really enjoying PALWORD? Because I really want to play it. The game looks like a total W. Dude, News to Astonish. Of course. My whole goal is to have 32 members of this channel play with me on stream. I gotta set that up, though. Like, if you want to be one of the people that plays this game with me, I've got to set up some kind of thing that makes it so people have reserved that spot. Now, I'm not asking you to pay me money to play video games with me, but like if you're a member, you will be considered more than others. It's just the way it is. 2 from Chris. Man looks like Skeletor from Wish. Sorta, yeah.
the user score was like down to 6 point something, and I guess
Yay!
Metacritic realized there was a lot of multiple people posting from the same IP, whatever. But anyway,
And Anyway, it's funny how they didn't do that for the positive reviews, huh?
I was just interested on seeing, okay, let's look at some of these reviews, right? Let me start here, right? Let me zoom this in for you guys. Let's see.
For the same reason, The Last of Us 2 sold 44% less than the first game because it's shit. And by the way, for that stat, that isn't 44% less in its lifetime. That's 44% less in the first like a year. Yeah. The Last of Us 2 is not meeting the same success the first game did. Not even close. It fell off. It did not meet that mark.
We got the positives, we got the mix, we got the negatives. Look at the
Are communists invited? Of course!
negatives are the funny ones, right? So there's 38. Let's see. Alliance 2.
Oh!
You were excited. Polished beyond anything we've seen. How I did, can literally tell the difference. Usually what I like to do...
That looks like a fair review. Why do you have a problem with that? That looks like a very fair review. Perfect criticism. Kenneth Williams, member for 13 months. Sony's going to service and subscribe. Oh, yes, they are. Yeah.
Is I like to see the historical, what they review, right? So Assassin's Creed Mirage, they give it a 9. He didn't like Alliance didn't like Last of Us Remastered.
Why didn't he like it? Because it's the same repackaged game, bro. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. Like, one is God, it doesn't take rocket science to figure it out. Like, obviously he didn't like the Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because it didn't add anything new. It didn't add a single new thing.
1. Gave Psychonauts 2 on the PlayStation 5.
Well, that game is excellent. That Psychonauts 2 is the best platformer I've played in years. So, I think that's fair.
A 9. And I think there's not even the actual PS5 version, right? I think it's still like the PS4 version, so he didn't really play the PS5. I'm thinking, man, I'm not sure. And then he loves Ages of Empire 4.
Good game.
On the Xbox.
Age of Empires 4 is excellent. What's wrong with that? That's a great game.
Series X. Okay. Alright. Oh, on PC. I'm sorry. No, on PC.
Okay.
On PC. Okay. Alright.
Well, yeah, because Age of Empires 4 is only on PC, you dumb fuck. Don't you know anything about games, Puerto? Don't you know where what platform these games... You're a fake. You're a fraud. I know. You don't know anything.
Okay, let's see. We got Rick Astaroth. Alright? Come on, Ricky.
Okay.
Let's see. Ricky.
Hey, look, another well-spoken, well-thought-out review. That's fair.
See this. Last of Us Part 1 retired. Alright, Vicky. What are we doing here? Gave a user score of 1. War Tales on the PlayStation 5 10. Way better than Boulder Shit 3. Oh, anybody even heard of War Tales? And Redfall 10.
Yeah, okay, that one, yeah. Fair point, yeah.
Ricky.
But it took you 3 minutes to finally find something like this.
Fucking cat, bro.
Oh, wait, Age of Empires 4 was ported on to Xbox recently? Alright, never mind, I'm out of touch. My bad.
The fucking cap on this app, bro. Wait, hold up, Ricky. You gave Redfall on the Xbox Series X a 10, but Redfall on the PC...
Yes! Get trolled!
Wait a minute. Am I
Get
this right?
trolled!
Hold on.
Get trolled!
Okay, so Xbox One, Apple Pass Travel. What the hell? Xbox
Get
Series,
trolled!
What the hell? I'm confused here. Let me see. Okay, so yes, so the bottom thing here, that represents the reviews
Get
up here.
trolled!
Okay. So, Redfall on the Xbox Series X is a 10. But Redfall on the PC is a 9. Perfect game, wonderful. 2 or 3 bugs, need more polish. Hope the fixes keep coming. And the
Look at his brain. He's like, oh! I can't believe they said that!
60 FPS patch. I give it a 9 right now. Maybe a 10 with more patch. Wait a minute. Good game. It needs more work, but Arcane God is going to keep... Wait, hold up. So you flagged the PC version for 60? Did he copy and paste the review wrong? Did he flip? Does he know? Forspoken 1.
I have to pause this. Oh my god. Oh. He's like, wait, what? IRS. Oh no, the IRS is after me. The IRS has apparently been a member for 13 months of this channel. Frit, I'm made for a modern audience. Also, say hi. No! No! No, not the IRS. I'm sorry. Listen, I know I owe you a lot in back taxes, but please, I'm streaming right now. Can we talk about it once I end the stream and sneak out my back window? Please. Oh, fucking God.
Alright. Hi-Fi Rush 10. Octo-Ass Put, yo, this dude is trash, bro. Let's see. GG69.
Get Joe!
Alrighty. Lazy ass name. Got all negative.
He's so mad! He's so mad! Justin Peters, number for 14 months. Love the salt. Thank you. I love Puerto salt. Oh, this is amazing.
Let's see. What? All your reviews are negative. Okay. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered 0. Last of Us Part 2 0. And that's his story. So,
Yay!
I don't like Last of Us Part 2.
Woohoo!
He hates it so much
Yeah!
that Lie to Fans and Trellin is one of the worst stories in the game.
Yes, it is!
So let me put it this way.
What?
So you didn't really like the second one, then why are you worrying about the remaster?
So, if you really like the first one, why are you playing the remaster? It's the same game, it's the same product. If he's gonna be critical of it, but again, I don't think the same product should be like eligible for like another review like this.
You probably didn't buy it. You didn't do anything. What? You just want to give a 0 just to give a 0?
Oh, my hero, my fucking hero. Hey, it's only good games. Yes.
Talk about living rent free. All right, only good games.
Bro, you're the one sitting here for 27 minutes reading these reviews, bro. Their opinions are rent free in your head.
Games TM 0. All right. It's a 0 in your eyes. Oh,
Good.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Starfield on 9. Okay, but at least it's a PC version. Last of Us Part 2 Remastered 0. Been playing for years as a hardcore player. Hurt that we literally play same game over and over. I feel like a job. I miss the old times. I don't recommend the remake. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Listen, how does it hurt that you play the same game over and over? You just didn't have to buy it. Play other games.
That's the dumbest retort I ever heard. This man is ultra mad. Big Mads. Can I get Big Mads in the chat, everybody? Big Mads, dude. This guy is taking it so personal. It's amazing. I love it. Oh, I've been waiting for some good old pony salt like this for a while. This is, mwah. Oh, I am so faded from it. This salt got me faded. $5 from Terra Raven. Yo, Frit. Hope you're having a great night. You're making my 8th shift in a row much better. Much love. No homo. Also Latinx. Ah! Don't you do! Okay. Okay, you really thought that was funny. You thought that was clever, didn't you? Tonight is pony salt, not pretend salt. Stop triggering me. Okay, we're all supposed to be here for each other. We're all communists. We're all supposed to stand up and have the same opinion, same voice. No individualism allowed here. Andrew Tomashaka, member for 17 months. He is a disgrace to Latinos everywhere. He's Puerto Rican, fool. Hey, I'm Puerto Rico. Stop saying Latinx! I've already told you that's not allowed here. That is like one of the only things that can get you in trouble in this chat. Tell Addict I sent location. Sorry, wrong live stream. What? This pony is Latinx. Oh, you're taking it too far, guys. Do not call Puerto Rock Latinx. It will trigger him as much as it triggers me. Don't call Puerto Rock Latinx. It's not okay. That is seriously offensive. What is wrong with you guys? Fratanga X? That's not even funny. Our gifts? That's not my gifts. $2 from Benjamin Loken. Chat, here's how to get Frit. How to get to Frit. I'm not even reading the rest of that. I want to take this bong rip, and you guys shut the fuck up and let me get back to taking control of the stream. I'm not handing control of the stream over to you guys. You guys are irresponsible. God knows what you guys will do to this stream. You'll just ruin it. It's pretty funny. It's not funny. Anyway, I'm gonna take a bong rip. Okay. That calmed me down. That calmed me down. Okay. Alright, I'm calm now. Let's get back to it.
So you gave it a 0 just because it existed? Okay. Alright.
Good.
Sure.
That's based. Giving The Last of Us 2 a 0 just for existing is really based.
Let's see. Alan. Let's see. Not enough here to justify re-releasing the entire game. Story has major issues. The visual gameplay...
What problem do you have with that review, though, Puerto? Not enough here to justify re-releasing the entire game. Story has major issues. The visuals and gameplay are top-notch. What's wrong with that review? What's unfair about that? What is unfair about saying that? What makes that a bad review? What makes you think that person is crazy? They're right. There is not enough here to justify re-releasing this game. The story does have major issues. The visuals and gameplay are top-notch. You know, they're pretty good. But he's pointing out other things. He gives it a 4. And you're fucking butthurt. You are salty beyond belief about that. A difference of opinion. That's all it is. $2 from Benjamin Loken. Bro, it was bread. What's wrong with bread? Shut the fuck up! Why didn't you slow? Benjamin! God damn it, I walked myself right into that one. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I walk myself into that one? I'm not gonna read any more super chats. I'm done.
Top notch. Alright, I mean, it's $10 if you already bought it, but... Does people know what a review is?
Do you? Do you know what a review is?
This is not like, I don't know, like, this is supposed to be the section that when you play the game, you give your opinion. I don't know, maybe he did buy it. I don't know. Weirdos.
That was his opinion! You fucking butthurt boy!
Oakage Pace. Mid-game, the first
Yeah!
time, even worse to have a remaster on such
Yeah!
a mid-game. This game came out mere months before the PS5 did, and this time has been a patch back in 2020.
Yeah! What is wrong with that review? I don't understand. What's wrong with these reviews? Do you want them to write an entire review for the same game again? Is that what you want them to do? That's stupid. It's the same fucking game.
But there's new stuff.
No bread! No bread! Fuck.
In there. Right? Okay. Let's see. Ghost of Tsushima 10. Okay. He loves it.
Brother Spliff, shut up. This chat didn't break me. I broke this chat. I corrupted this chat. This chat didn't do shit to me. I am unaffected by your guys' super chats. I am unaffected by your memes. Okay? You will never get me to rage out or spurg out. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Last of Us Part 2, okay, so you didn't even like the first one. Okay, so that makes sense. Sea of Stars 10. God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah! Yes! Yes! He gave God of War Ragnarok a 1. Look at Planet Rock's reaction. Look at this man.
10, okay.
$2 from T2 and 3. Yo, Frit, did you see DBZ's Sparking Zero trailer? I did. It looks awesome.
He loves it. Last of Us Part 2, okay.
Bro, look at his face. Look at his face.
So you didn't even like the first one. Okay, so that makes sense. Sea of Stars 10. God of War Ragnarok.
Yes! Oh, this is what I wake up for. This is what my heart beats for. Look at this man's face. He's so fucking busy. D13, whatever 12 months, buy a Steam Deck. Am I still a console peasant? Yes, you are. Frit, edit, remember. Frit, edit, remember. Please.
10, okay. He loves it. Last of Us Part 2, okay. So you didn't even like the first one. Okay, so that makes sense. Sea of Stars 10. God of War Ragnarok.
That's going in the thumbnail. That's going in the thumbnail. Fucking hell. Frit, edit, remember, bro.
1. God of War Ragnarok.
Good. As it deserves.
Starfield 10.
Yay! Ah! It's crushing him! He is legitimately upset by this. Look at him. Oh, he's
I mean,
crying!
it's all personal opinion.
He's crying!
God of War
He's
Ragnarok.
crying over a review! He's crying over a review!
Starfield 10.
Fred, edit, remember. Oh my god. Oh,
I mean, it's all personal opinion, right? It's all personal preference.
it should, but why we exactly? But look how pissed you are.
It's personal preference. Arcane.
Look at his sour face. He's so sour and bitter about it. Look at his face, bro. This is amazing.
I mean, it's all personal opinion, right? It's all personal preference.
Yes.
It's personal preference.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. I'm chugging the rest of this beer. This is the greatest stream ever. Oh, I thrive. I thrive off of this. Oh, I love it. I love every second.
I mean, it's all personal opinion, right? It's all personal preference. It's personal preference. Archangel 1-7.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Yeah.
This isn't a remaster, it's a joke. DF had to zoom for 100% to tell the difference any difference. Pointless re-release for cash. Oh, he
oh,
like
based.
okay.
So many
That's
based
what you
reviews.
Like. Didn't like the remaster. Starfield 10 on Xbox. Okay.
Yay!
Forza Motorsport 10. Okay.
Yeah!
Sonic Superstars 9.
A little too much. Dude, a little too much. Way too much for Sonic. Oh, now I'm sour. Now I'm butthurt. God damn it. $2 for Benjamin Loken. This day will go down in infamy. Puerto Rico.
Okay. Super Mario Wonder 9. Okay. Marvel Spider-Man 2 a 6.
Oh.
Okay.
No more laughing. It physically hurts to laugh that much. I have to stop.
Sure. Alright. Cool. Aliens Are Real.
Very bad game.
Very bad game. Thankfully, most of the gaming community strongly rejects this game.
Yeah.
Consider it canon. Right? No.
Yay!
You're too busy living on
Yeah!
Twitter. But let's see what you like. Last of Us Part 2 is a 2, and
This man just told that dude he spends too much time. Puerto, did you just tell somebody else they spend too much time on Twitter?
he strongly rejects this game and doesn't even consider it canon. Right? No. You're too busy living in Twitter.
Bruh, you have no right to tell someone they're living on Twitter. I think Puerto Rico has a blue check mark. No, and I think I'm wrong about that one. A lot of ponies have blue check marks. I don't remember if he has one.
But let's see what you like. Last of Us Part 2 is a 2, and that's it.
Chat! I don't fail in providing salt, do I? I always find the absolute best salt. All the time. It's always me. I always find the best shit out there. All the time, every single time. You see some of the best salt from PlayStation fanboys, my name's always attached to it.
Okay. That's it. It motivated you to create an account. I know better. I know better. Let's see what you know. Let's see what you know. Let's see your history. You got to give it a 2, and that's it. So apparently that's the only thing you do know.
Good.
All right, the rise of gaming. I never hated any movie or video game more than this one. By the way, this is not reviewed by. This is just me saying what I think about the game, and I have the right to do so. I have a constitutional right.
Yes! Oh! Ooh. Oh, this is better than Molly. This is better than Whippets. Oh, this is... almost better than weed. It's almost better than shrooms, almost better than Sid. This is the ultimate substance for me. It just, I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating from how, oh my god. Oh, there's so much goddamn salt. I'm seeing things, I'm seeing shapes and patterns. I'm hearing voices. Where am I? I've been transported somewhere else. There are gods around me. There's some of those, oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, wow. What a high. What a rush. What an experience. I don't think there's any other substance on the planet like this. How are you supposed to replicate something like this? This utter bitterness, this salt, this envy, this jealousy, this spite. Oh, just more in my veins. Oh, Fred, be careful. We don't want you to go to a hospital again. Don't OD. Oh, you're right, Monley. I gotta watch myself. Whew, that was just quite a rush. I legitimately got high. Too Canadian from Galen the Wizard. Hail to the true king of salt, Frit, bro. I gotta stop. I can't be getting high off my own supply like this. This is dangerous. Whew.
Oh my god, you're a fucking loser. Grand Theft Auto 4, a 10 in 2020 on the Xbox 360.
Based.
One of the most detailed games of all time, especially considering the fact it released early 2008.
Yeah.
This one really needs a remaster of PS4. PS4 just already a phenomenal masterpiece.
Based. $2 from Cosmic Gotti. Frit has ascended. Also, why are ponies so toxic? It's a good question.
So, yesterday, you gave this game, you gave Grand Theft Auto 4 a 10? Yesterday? Today's the 21st.
So? Who cares? He just played it for the first time ever, for all you know. And?
Am I reading this right? Yeah, January 20, 2024. This dude is bugging. Max Payne 3.
Bugging.
Oh, this guy's playing. Wait, so on the.
What's wrong? What's wrong with what this guy's doing? He's reviewing older games now. I'd say that's even more based.
20th, you play Grand Theft Auto 4, Max Payne 3, and now the last one is all on the same day. All
Get
of these on the same
fucked!
day.
Get fucked! Nobody likes your game! Nobody likes your game! Ha ha! Just like nobody likes the New York Yankees. So take that nasty ass cap off! Nobody cares a fuck about your team, or your console, or your favorite game. Loser! Loser! Ha ha!
This dude is fuck. There's a lot of weirdos on this. Like, what are we doing here? Luke O.M.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Hey, look at that! Hey, hold on. This dude gives Spider-Man 2 a 10. And then he gives The Last of Us Part 2 a 0. Wouldn't that show this guy isn't biased? He isn't an Xbot or a pony? He's just a dude playing games? Like, what's suspicious about this one? I mean, this one should be the biggest eye-opener. First of all, Spider-Man 2 doesn't deserve a 10 at all. So, yeah. But, and I do think a 0 is way too low for The Last of Us 2. You know, I'm laughing, but I don't think The Last of Us 2 deserves a 0. But, I find it hilarious how right here is an image of a person who clearly, like, he likes Spider-Man 2, but he hates The Last of Us 2 so much he gives it a 0. Like, that's coming out of a place of legitimacy. That person legit despises that game as a fan. I don't know how you could take a problem with that.
Not Spanish. Okay. Let's see. Spider-Man, he gave it a 10. Starfield a 0. Oh, there's a PlayStation fanboy.
Well, look at that. He gave Starfield a 0. This guy right here should be like your best example. Maybe the problem isn't the gamers. Maybe the problem is The Last of Us 2. Maybe The Last of Us 2 is the problem. You ever thought about that? Because like these patterns right here.
Okay, Starfield, another 0. Oh, he really hates Starfield. Final Fantasy 16 a 10?
Everyone L in the chat for thinking The Last of Us isn't a 0. Hey, wait, no! No, hey! That's not fair! Don't make it about me! What? Oh, come on! Come on, that's not fair.
I mean, I like the game.
He gave Redfall a 0.
Redfall a 0.
You don't have issues with that.
0.
Yay! Horizon gets a 0 too.
Okay, so he... Alright, so I don't think he's a PlayStation fanboy either.
Exactly, so you're wasting your time. Look, he gives God of War Ragnarok a 10. Puerto, you're getting trolled. You are getting trolled, Puerto. Hop in, everyone. We're trolling ponies tonight. No, I'm sorry. I take it back. The Last of Us Part 2 is a 0. Am I forgiven? Am I allowed back in the cool kids club now? The Last of Us 2 is a 0. Do you guys forgive me? Please? Please, can I come back up to the club? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I let you down with a bad take. The Last of Us 2 is not a 0. It's a -1. Is that better? You forgive me? Okay. Oh, thank you. No? Please, I'm sorry. What do I gotta do to be let back in? Forgiven? Thank you, Seal. Oh, fuck. Jeez. Oh, I'm so easily forgiven. Earn it. What? How about I spank myself and then I am forgiven? I must be spanked? Is that it? The Last of Us 2 is a -5. -1. Good. Everyone forgive me. Okay, I'm forgiven. I don't have to spank myself. Woohoo! Yay.
And gotta work by 10. Oh, he's just...
Be forgiven by unforgiven. Oh, that's a challenge. Okay, fine. Unforgiven, Sacre Bleu. Stop doing your homework. Stop jogging. Do you forgive me? Unforgiven, do you forgive me? We gotta wait for Unforgiven. 15 spanks is way too much. Way too much. I'm not doing that. Unforgiven. Unforgiven, do you forgive me? Do you forgive me, French Canadian? Who thinks he's actually French? Who knows? He may not be here right now. He probably tuned out. Get on your knees and beg like Boogie. Oh, I'm not doing any of this. You know what? We're going too far. I'm just going to go ahead and assume I was forgiven.
Scorn 0. Last of Us Part 1 0. Diablo Immortal 0. Horizon Forbidden West. The game is a 10, but Burning Shores is a 0.
He's getting trolled.
Alright, so he ain't a pony or an Xbox. This dude don't give no fucks. This dude gives no fucks.
Yeah, that dude is awesome. I like that guy.
He let the world burn. Trilogy 0. Trilogy.
Unforgiven. Oh, Delta says Unforgiven is not here right now. But if you like to leave a message, Delta, you don't even talk to Unforgiven. I thought you guys had a rivalry. Kaylin, Frit, I forgive you, Frit, even if my French neighbor doesn't. Okay, awesome.
0. Direction Cut 0. God of War 10. Part 2 0. Yo, this guy.
All right, I'll tell you what, chat. Just this one time, to earn your forgiveness, I will allow everybody here to call me Latinx. For just this one time, in order to be forgiven, go ahead. Fuck, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be a brutal one. I better chug a beer for this one. Ruderbrand Rob, member for 15 months. Holy shit. How long have I been going with the memberships? Time passes by fast. It feels like it was yesterday I just made the memberships. Firebird, I forgive you. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do your worst, chat. Do your worst. Go ahead. Call me Latinx. Go ahead. I refuse to. Ew, no. No. What the- Oh, the tax collector. No! The tax collector, run! I have a tax collector who's been a member for 7 months. Holy shit, he's reporting everything to the IRS. You're the one, aren't you? Nope, that's not a word. Frit is a Latinx. Okay. Am I forgiven now? Yeah? Okay. Finally, there you go. I allowed you to call me a slur. You should be grateful.
That dude is lethal. He has no loyalty to nothing. He's the Joker. Right? All right. Logical song.
Logical
what
song.
you got here? Spider-Man's 8.
Fair review?
Remastered 3.
Why? Okay. Why is his only issue the reviews with The Last of Us 2? Those are his only issues. He's not taking issues with Starfield being given a 0. You see that? You see how he doesn't have a single issue with the negative reviews towards Starfield that he's seen so far? But when it comes to The Last of Us 2, if it's a low score, that's the only ones he's highlighting.
Alright, that's it. And that's his story. Okay. Another 0. Let's see. Antael?
Yeah!
Pure cash grab.
Damn! Absolute
All right,
truth. He's telling the
Pure cash
truth.
grab. Don't approve of you bombing in general, but shit like this is the reason we have fewer new creative games. No, it isn't. Shut
Yeah, what? Yes, it is, Puerto! Yes, it is, Puerto! Yes, it is. Cash grabs like this are why you don't have factions too right now. Don't deny that to yourself, bro. You didn't get The Last of Us factions too. Because Naughty Dog and PlayStation prefer to put all their resources towards a pointless remaster like this. Like, it is 100% one of the reasons you are not getting new creative games. Because you're supporting the old shit. The Last of Us 2 remaster, full price, or 10. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What should be an update is released as a full-fledged game. And you're telling yourself, why don't we have a new Naughty Dog game right now? Gee, I wonder why. I wonder where all the money went, Puerto. Brother Spliff, member for 11 months. Walmart and Tomano, Bursary, Daddy, Fred, Block Lamon. Yeah. All Games Video, member for 17 months. Hey, 17 months. Yo, man. Lot of long time members here. I don't appreciate you enough. I need to do more for you guys.
Shut up. Dudes act like a remaster is gonna prevent new games being coming along. Get out of here. Baldur's Gate
But, I mean, it is. It literally is.
310. He likes that Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4. But this isn't the Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, wait, it is, yeah. It's for Game Wonderful. Remake with absolute classic, both games, yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with this review existing.
Does he realize Resident Evil 4 is a remake?
Yeah, he does.
He gave it a 9.
Yeah.
People giving this game 0 updates. As for the game,
But the thing is, Resident Evil 4 remake was literally built from the ground up. It's like a full-fledged remake. The Last of Us 2 Remastered is just an update. Right, chat? I mean, maybe I'm reaching here, but Resident Evil 4 remake is completely built from the ground up as a, as its own game. Whereas The Last of Us 2 Remastered is literally just a patch. I mean, they're two different things. Although I don't think Resident Evil 4 should be getting, like... I don't think Resident Evil 4 should be applying for Game of the Year again, but still.
wonderful remake or absolute classic. You know how many times this game has been remade?
Too many.
But that's... Do you see the hypocrisy? Right here.
Well, no, one's a remake and one's a remaster. So it's not really hypocritical.
Reasons like this is why we have fewer new creative games. So remasters is the reason why we have new creative games. But then he gives Resident Evil 4
Well, the Resident Evil 4 remake is a remake! Again! Delta says, Fred, they scoff when they claim resources are being wasted when bringing PlayStation games to PC. But they completely disregard resources wasted on a remaster on a 3-year-old game! That's a very good point, Delta, actually. Yeah, you are right, dude. Excellent point.
A remake. Of a remake of a remake of... Oh, boy. Wild Hunt, Witcher's 10, that's good. Diablo Resurrected, yo, this shit's crazy.
Alright,
This
so what's the
internet
point
is
of this
crazy.
video?
this new world. All right.
Uh-huh.
All right. What we got going on here?
Read it. Read it. Read
What we
it.
got
Read
going
it.
on here? My man, 2's a 9. All right.
Read
That's
it. Read it. Read it. Read it.
Man, this game makes people do stuff. Like people.
It makes them review games. Like what? What are you talking about, dude? I don't know how long Ponies are gonna have to continue defending The Last of Us 2. It's so pathetic. Like at this point, what are you getting out of it? No one's ever gonna agree with you guys. No one's gonna have self-reflection and say, you know what? The Last of Us 2, now that I think about it, was actually a very good game with a very good ending and story. No, I don't think that opinion's ever gonna change. I think it's gonna stay right where it's at.
Hardly do reviews, but they will go out of their way and make sure that you're gonna know my piece. See, like this guy, this is the only thing he ever done. He has no other reviews. Wait a minute, where's the rest of the stuff? Oh, he has some high ones. Oh. Anyway, let me see. VC added.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful.
Oh, this is weird.
Oh. Keep going.
Interesting.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Interesting. Well, that's funny though. People
What?
who are talking shit, you see them online streaming though.
Huh?
They're playing the game though.
Yeah, they're playing the game to shit on it. Yeah, well, who has the last laugh? They're playing it. What are they playing it for? To enjoy it or to laugh at it? That doesn't matter. Matters to me. I like to tune into any streamer shitting on that game. I love it. I love videos shitting on The Last of Us 2. I love streams shitting on it. The Last of Us 2 has not stopped being shit on since it was released. That's a thing of beauty. I love it. I absolutely love moments like this. It's like, let's cherish it. Let us never forget this.
They like the engagement. Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, liking the engagement is different from liking the game.
Now you probably asking, Porter, did you buy? Yeah, I bought the $10 upgrade. I got it. I'm gonna try.
You did? You fucking cock. You cock. You fucking, what does he call it? Concubine. Everybody in the chat. Everybody's in the chat. Spam concubine while I grab another beer. Spam concubine. Do it right now. Go on. Don't be lazy. I'm just grabbing myself another cerveza. $5 from the tax collector. Oh shit! No. I'm sorry. I'll pay my taxes. Oh, okay. Oh, I bet this guy called Abby's Hammer iconic. Abby's iconic hammer. The golf club was a lot more iconic than the hammer. Like if you got a golf club and the tattoo said Joel in one, I'd be like, I understood that reference. Concubine. Everybody tell him he's a concubine. Oh. Best friend and concubine.
Try it out. Hopefully this week or so. But today it's all about that VR life. What's this guy? What's this guy saying? One of the worst stories in video game history. Only first game and gets canon. Sequels just bad fan fiction equal to The Last Jedi. Oh.
Yeah! Based!
Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy really don't like it.
That's good.
Yo, I want the zero. Where the zeros at? The zero guys are the funny guys. Well, it got cleaned up.
It's funny because he's like, oh, those guys are funny. I'm like, but those guys gave 10s to other PlayStation games. So they're not being biased. I think it's coming from a legitimate place of, I don't like this game.
A bit, right? It got cleaned up a bit.
Yeah. Metacritic went in there and they scrubbed a lot of the negative reviews. Because Naughty Dog cried to them about it. These reviews in our game. Let's go scrub them. You know how often Metacritic does things like that? Not too often for developers. They don't like listen to a developer and say, okay, we'll scrub the bad negative reviews, the over bloated ones. Like, what about the over bloated positive reviews? The ones that just say best game ever, 10 out of 10, heart, Sony. How come those don't get scrubbed? Metacritic.
Listen.
What? Finally he's gonna talk.
When it comes to The Last of Us Part 2 remastered, let's really talk Naughty Dog, really. The reality is, it was factions, and the gas servers that screwed everything up. Let's put
No, wrong. The Last of Us 2 screwed everything up. Neil Drunkman screwed everything up. Look, the Iron Lord members of the Iron Lords podcast, they got to go meet Neil Drunkman recently. That's pretty cool. I'm sure Neil Drunkman as a person is an awesome guy, and they had a good time hanging out with him. But I don't respect Neil Drunkman's work. I don't have respect for his recent work at all. No. I thought it was a boneheaded decision that was heavily influenced by Anita Sarkeesian. And that's all. And Neil Drunkman admits all of that. He has an agenda. In his own words, an agenda he wants to insert into these games. The wokeness of the game absolutely backfired on them. The hardest. It's far beyond just missing factions too. It's far beyond, The Last of Us 1 remake and then The Last of Us Part 2 remastered. Okay? I think those things could have been overlooked if The Last of Us 2 actually was the game people wanted it to be. But it wasn't. They did it to themselves. Like, they did it to themselves. There's no easy way to say it. Top Naughty Dog hasn't existed nearly a whole decade. Yeah, I agree. Wait, an Xbox podcast talked to a Sony dev? Says Brad, so sorry. Wait, an Xbox podcast talked to a Sony dev? Oh, brav. Yeah, they did, Brother Spliff. They did. I gotta give the Iron Lords credit. They set aside their preferences and biases to go and talk to people of that status in the industry. It's very professional on their part. I'll give them credit.
Put the blame where it's at. Okay? This, right? Obviously, Sony's trying to cater to the newer audience. That's on.
The newer audience! What does he mean by that, chat? What do you think he means by that? Here, I'm going to give you a hint in the chat with an emoji. Look at the emoji I put up. Let me give you a hint. I'll give you several hints. Here's a hint. 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 I wonder who that new audience is, that quote-unquote modern audience. Who do you think he's talking about, guys? $10 from Ruderbet Rob. Don't get these ponies. They've already The Last of Us 2 on their PS4s. Only to spend a little more money just to play the same shit on the PS5. Surely that can't be scam, right? Right? Uh-huh. Yep. Woke. Wokeness. The giz. The giz. What do you think these are talking about when he says new audiences? Bundles of sticks? Correct. Yes, Monley, correct. The woke crowd. But The Rock is acknowledging that Sony is pandering to the woke crowd, and he's on board for it. Look.
Put the blame where it's at. Okay? This, right? Obviously, Sony's trying to cater to the newer audience that's on PlayStation 5. Many people didn't play this game. And to introduce them to the PS4 version, when you have the opportunity to at least improve the better experience.
Nah, you're not referring to a new PlayStation crowd. The people who are buying PS5s are the people who own PS4s. That's the majority who are buying these things. They know what they're getting. Sony's appealing to the woke crowd.
Caters to the new people going onto the platform. That's just a reality you got to accept. It's not just going to be about the people who's already been there. It's also about the people who are joining with us.
Okay, but the games already exist on the platform. Why do they got to reintroduce it to them? It's right there.
That's the reality. All right? There's people who did not play The Last of Us Part 1 and you...
The only crazy one. Any games you excited for, Frit? Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, but performance is looking pretty... Stalker 2 is my most anticipated game of the year, obviously. Avowed is also on my list of one of the most anticipated games I'm going to be playing this year. Those games so far are really what I'm focusing on this year. And I guess... See, what else would I be looking forward to this year? No, those are really it. Yeah, I was looking forward to Helldivers, but it's been shown to me a lot. And my hype kind of died down. because I was like, oh, okay, they showed me Helldivers. I was like, oh, that looks like fun to play with friends, but they've been showing me that game too much, and now like I'm less hyped for it, less enthusiastic about it. Don't know why.
You saw how successful the remake was. It is what it is. The new audience on board.
I'm sorry to say this, but Microsoft right now is the one with the games I'm the most hyped for. Crazy times that we're living in, isn't it?
For the first time on PlayStation 5, you got to present them the very best games for the PlayStation 5. I would not say that
The very best.
this game is the main culprit of the issues or anything.
It is,
It
though.
was the gas game. It was Factions. Factions.
No, it wasn't. Stop. Stop with this bullshit. Stop. No, I have to make a video on this. Everything going against The Last of Us 2 is The Last of Us 2. Like the announcement of Factions being canceled, that didn't happen during the time the game was getting review bombed, and it's still getting review bombed. Okay? Like, bro, I don't have to spell it out for you, do I? Like, The Last of Us 2 is responsible for its own demise. $2 from the tax collector. Go away! Are you going to use MK4 in Halo Infinite? I might. Oh. Careful with Helldivers DRM if you are looking for a similar gameplay. Star Trooper Extermination. That's what Mischief recommended. I remember in a video, Mischief's like, you need to play this game. I was like, alright, I'll try it out.
It was a very intensive game. It wasn't being developed by just 20 people or whatever.
Oh.
The fact that the game would have to be supported by the entire studio if launched in order to ensure that the game will receive the content and updates to be a successful gas game requires everybody in Naughty Dog. Just shows how much people were behind the game and developing it. I know people...
No, that's what they should have been doing. You could have had fresh Naughty Dog content by now, bro. You could have. But instead you're supporting remasters of the same game you played. Monley, if it was Factions 2, the game would have not sold like a DED, Freet. That's true, Monley.
People are upset that it's never come to light. So you're going to have two groups of people. You're going to have the group of people that wanted to play the game, that wanted, to play the multiplayer.
Which was everybody? Basically almost everyone who bought that game.
Right?
Because it was promised.
And then you're going to have the people that don't care about the multiplayer. If it came out, it came out.
Which is very few people. Cocksuckers for PlayStation, like you.
If it did, it did. If it didn't, it didn't.
Right, if this was Xbox, and they said, no Halo multiplayer to go with our campaign, you would not be having this energy right now. At all. I don't think you understand how big of a deal it is that PlayStation's quote-unquote biggest, most successful franchise. It's not. Spider-Man's way more successful than The Last of Us, but yeah. This game, our most successful one, doesn't come with the multiplayer. We canceled it. And you're like, it is what it is. Oh well, we move on. Chin up. Let's see what comes next. He doesn't afford Microsoft that ever, not once. Not once. I mean, just imagine if Halo did this. Unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Previous Naughty Dog games came with multiplayer, bro. What, Uncharted 2, 3, 4? The Last of Us 1? Multiplayer games. These games had multiplayer.
But the main thing in this situation was Naughty Dog saying that they had a pivotal choice on who they were going to be in the future. If they release Factions, then they would be the Faction Studios.
I mean, that should have been their focus. You should have released that multiplayer game, because you don't have any.
Focus would be on Factions. New projects and new single-player games would not be a thing.
Sony's #1 studio can't manage a project. Bull fucking shit.
Because they wouldn't be able to provide the personnel and the resources to creating new IPs, new single play experiences.
Sony, number one in the gaming industry, doesn't have the resources for a multiplayer game. Chat, do you buy that? Does anybody here in the chat buy that bullshit? Do you believe for a split second that PlayStation cannot financially support a multiplayer game? They can afford to drop $300 million on Spider-Man, but they can't build a multiplayer game? No, that doesn't fly by me. I don't buy into it. And I know that stare in your eyes, you don't buy into it either. You're just going with the corporation's narrative. Yeah.
Because all the resources would have to go to maintaining factions to be a very successful factions, right? Especially, let's say it comes anywhere near close to Fortnite, it's even worse. You'll never see a new game for them.
According to who? I mean, if Factions 2 took off like Fortnite, they would have funding. They would separate and make another, and they get their teams to work on multiple projects. But yeah, you're dreaming, bro. Yeah, fuck Factions 2 reaching the levels of success of Fortnite. I mean, that'll never happen in a million years, but if it did, PlayStation would have zero excuses then, because they would have so much money, they would have no reason not to push out more single player games like you want.
They chose to shut it down and stick to who they are. And
They chose to shut it down because it was probably shit. And they probably had no work done on it, because all resources and money went into The Last of Us show, a remaster, and a remake. That is why you didn't get Factions. Priorities were fucked.
I preferred them. I personally prefer them.
No, you don't! No, you don't! No, you don't. You're lying. You're lying. Right now, you are basically defending Sony for canceling multiplayer for a franchise that's had it before. You're excusing Naughty Dog for not having multiplayer when, in the past, they've included it with a lot of their games. Alright, you're doing some corporate cocksucking right now. Hardcore.
Right? Now, of course, you fanboys, Xbox fanboys, you're gonna immediately say, oh, you're just a cuck for PlayStation.
Yeah, well, you are.
Go look at my PSN ID.
No.
Puerto Rock 77. Take a good look and see when was the last time I consistently played hours of multiplayer. You will see.
So you're not a gamer. So you're not a real gamer. I'm sorry, look. If you only play single player games and you don't touch multiplayer games at all, I don't believe you know anything about video games. I'll be real with you. Like, if you only touch single player games, you are so out of touch. Like, if that's all you play, and you don't have a single multiplayer game downloaded that you put any time in, I'm gonna sniff you out as a fucking fraud. Because that, to me, that shows that you're so out of touch, you don't know what people are into. Like, to completely ignore multiplayer means you're missing out on an entire half of gaming. And I think, to me, in my eyes, that makes you a fraud.
I have not done that in years. You will see I have not done that in years.
Oh.
There is no big investment for me to play multiplayer for me.
Probably because you suck. Probably because you always get your ass handed to you.
I am not really interested in that. My ID speaks for itself.
Your ID tells me that you're missing out on half of video games. That's what that tells me. You have a very limited scope on how to discuss these things. You don't understand why multiplayer games are even popular in the first place, do you?
Some of yous only live through life on the internet, and you guys do not back up what you say. That's why you hide your achievements. Because your achievements truly show who you really are in gaming. Your achievements...
Maybe you can use it as a measurement, but it doesn't show who you are as a person overall when it comes to video games.
Achievements show who you are. Because we get to see the games you play or don't actually play, and you don't put in the hours in these games. But on the internet, you guys can pretend to be a gamer, whatever. I'm not hiding nothing. Literally, Puerto Rock 77. You pull it up, and I don't have trophies or things like that hidden, it's all open. You can clearly
Yeah, I know. I've seen your PSN profile. It's very unimpressive.
see it. And when you scroll through, you'll see, scrolling through, by the time you get to the period in my, the period where I played multiplayer a lot, it was years ago. And you'll
Oh, you know what? I think I know why, Puerto. I think it's because years ago, Sony did make multiplayer games and they stopped. So that large gap of you not playing multiplayer games, that's probably because Sony doesn't make any! That's why, isn't it? It's because PlayStation doesn't make multiplayer games. You don't have any? That's why! It's not because you don't have any interest, because the minute PlayStation... If Factions 2 did exist, you would be playing it, and you know it. You'd be bragging about it, using its success against Halo Infinite. 100%. The only reason you have a big gap of not touching multiplayer games is because you didn't have any for this past decade.
you'll see and you'll be like, man, this guy really hasn't played multiplayer in years. So yeah, he's not interested in a studio dedicated
No! It's because you don't have any!
to multiplayer. You know, Naughty Dog would change into something that, you know, I wouldn't prescribe to. And then, you know,
That's funny. That's so fucking funny that you say that. Because Naughty Dog did turn into something people don't want. They turned into a woke gaming studio. It's the absolute worst. I'm playing PALWORD and there's not a single sign of wokeness in it. That's, you know, I wonder if that plays a role into why I'm liking it too. I wonder. I wonder. But anyway, like I was saying, Naughty Dog completely transformed into everything I don't like. They transformed into someone who's like more interested in making TV shows than giving you content for your games. The type to rely on remaking what worked in the past and selling it to you again. They became everything I don't support. Funny. Absolutely hilarious. If you like this new Naughty Dog that cancels projects on you like that out of the blue and doesn't give you new content and instead gives you TV shows, bro, I don't know what to tell you, but the future of PlayStation Studios is not looking good if that is what you're lying to yourself about liking.
you know, I mean, perfect example, Polyphony Digital. That studio was never a studio for me. They make Gran Turismo. I don't care about racing games. So there's a dedicated studio.
Yeah, but you'll talk about them on Twitter anyway.
For racing games. Now, I'm not saying they should change. I accepted the fact that they will never make a game for me. Another example, maybe for some of you guys.
Huh.
Sony San Diego Studios. They only make MLB The Show. I enjoy MLB The Show. I haven't played the last couple.
There's a multiplayer game. You know he plays that one online. You know he does.
A while, but I enjoy baseball. Some of you don't like baseball at all.
No.
Some of you around the world don't care about baseball. You
Not
care
at
about
all.
soccer, you know, or football, as y'all call it
Football, see. Football. Not football, but football, see.
over there. You don't care about American baseball.
Not at all.
San
Not at all. No, I don't.
Diego Studios is not a studio for you. They don't make games for you. They make games for people who like baseball. See what I'm saying? So, Naughty Dog becoming a studio that no longer makes games for me, oh man, that would have sucked. If they would have chosen that,
The thing is, they didn't even make you a game. They canceled the game. They failed to deliver you a product. What they promised. You should not be okay with it. All you have to do is call them out once and move on. But here you are continuously defending them for doing this every week.
and went with always online factions, and that's who they become. Oh well, that's who they become. I just won't play a Naughty Dog game anymore.
Bullshit, you would be playing that one.
Move on to the other studios. It goes either way.
Liar.
Someone was gonna win, someone was gonna lose. One fan base was gonna win out, another fan base was gonna lose out. In this scenario, the single player.
Who loses out by a multiplayer of Factions 2 existing? Who loses out? Who loses out by having support for a live service game that includes The Last of Us name? Like, I mean, that's what you guys would want, isn't it? Like, you would want more products from Sony?
player fan base wins. The multiplayer fan base loses. You're gonna have to get your multiplayer games from somewhere else. And it's not like
Bro, what did he just say?
another fan base was gonna lose out. In this scenario, the single player fan base wins. The multiplayer fan base loses. You're gonna have to get your multiplayer games from somewhere else. And
You're gonna have to get your multiplayer games from somewhere else. I thought Xbox didn't have games. Where's that somewhere else, huh? What other console has multiplayer games? A lot of them. The Xbox? This guy just made Xbox some new customers.
and it's not like the lack of trying. Sony pushing out Helldivers, right? They funded that game,
Yeah.
so you could get some
I'm gonna play Helldivers.
co-op and kill some bugs, be Starship Troopers, all that shit. You know,
Yeah.
you could do all that shit.
I can't believe I'm actually gonna support a PlayStation multiplayer game and he's not. Holy fuck. That's tribalistic. He has such a tribalistic mindset. Only the single player first party exclusive that's nowhere else can be found nowhere else. Like, he limits himself to such a specific game type. And like he misses out on everything else. This guy's not a real gamer.
And then Concord, a first person multiplayer shooter. I don't really know what it is, but that's coming out. So you got two opportunities to play first party backed multiplayer shooters.
One for now.
You have the opportunity to do that.
No.
Put up.
Bro, Helldivers is definitely gonna have a player count.
You yap a lot. It's time to put up.
How about you put up? How about you guys increase The Last of Us 2 sales? Huh? Stop asking us to put up, right? I will be playing PlayStation's multiplayer games. I will. Alright? Now, how about you put up and show us? How about you guys go and actually get The Last of Us Part 2 to the sales figures that would make you proud? How about you actually go and support it? How about you show us through buying The Last of Us 2 remastered? You know, make sure that is the highest selling thing of the year. Yeah, you're not going to do it. Don't ask others to put up. Because you're not doing it.
Sony paid and had those games developed. That is Sony first party going out there saying,
Yeah.
play these multiplayer games. Y'all want it? Go get it.
Alright.
Stop yapping. Okay?
Nah, I think you need to stop yapping, bro. Like, get over the fact that The Last of Us 2 is not the fucking smashing success that it was supposed to be.
I like single player games.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Because those are the games you can't lose at.
And I love more single player games, like JRPG. I'm backing up my words. I see Grand Blue Fantasy, right? Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Uh-huh.
Not a big IP. Doesn't have big marketing rights. I have no idea what's it going to do on Metacritic, but I don't care. It looks good.
Why is Metacritic the one? Why is Metacritic on your mind? Like, why do you care how it does on Metacritic? That's never on my mind. I never think twice. Ooh, oh man, this game. I can't wait to play it. It's gonna do so good on Metacritic. Or I'm like, oh, I don't want to play it. It's gonna be bad on Metacritic. I don't give a fuck what Metacritic thinks.
Enjoy JRPGs? I'm getting it. Then I saw, obviously, Final Fantasy. That's obvious, right? That's too obvious. But then I see Rise of Ronin. I enjoyed Team Ninja games, right?
All right.
Looks good. Single player.
Single player.
Down with it. I'm getting that too.
I'm with the dude.
Foam Stars.
Bro. Yeah, I can see you not supporting that one. Please don't.
Multiplayer. Not into that.
Good.
Especially all that foam, skeet.
Yeah, you're not into a copycat game. That's good.
Y'all dudes gonna be all around skeeting on each other. Nah, I'm good. Y'all enjoy that. Y'all can have that stuff. Enjoy. Nah, I'm not here from the to the windows to the wall. Yeah, nah.
All right.
That's probably why y'all be watching Pornhub all day. Y'all training and practicing, getting ready for Skeet Wars. I'm not down with that.
Fuck. Yeah, you should be telling that to Squaresoft. They're the ones making it.
You know. But I enjoy the single player
Single player.
games, so I'm going after them. You guys that cry for PlayStation multiplayer?
Bro, look at the civil war going on with the Ponies. They've now split into two groups. The side that only wants single player and the side that wants single player and multiplayer. Like, how tribalistic does it have to get? Like, you guys are so honed in on one thing, ensuring it's PlayStation only, first party, single player, with a budget of over 300 million. Like, you've narrowed it down so fucking much. No wonder you don't enjoy anything else. How can you enjoy anything else when that's all you focus on? How's PlayStation supposed to be creative if that's all, like, they're supposed to, like, that's the only demand they're supposed to meet? No, PlayStation's looking to meet the demand of all their users, and if half of them want multiplayer, they're gonna give it to them.
Just saying. Helldivers out there, Concord's out there, Sony pay.
Unknown Soldier says, Unknown Soldier member for 12 months says, can you say they split into factions? Ah! But
pay for that stuff. They are paying for it. They're not third party instead of some third party just made it up. Sony
No, Sony is third party.
said we gonna get these games created. We're putting up the bread for you. For you.
Good.
Now, you PlayStation dudes, let me tell you something.
Wow. Wow, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He considers himself different from the crowd that wants multi... How can you be like this? How can you be so elitist to the point that you're like, I don't want you guys to have your multiplayer games. I don't want Sony to make multiplayer live service games. I want them to only have single player. Bro, do you want Sony to be an established business that makes money so that you can continue to have products from them at all, or what? Like,
what we say to Xbox fanboys applies to you.
oh,
You know how we tell...
Wait, what? How does that work? How does that work?
Now, you PlayStation dudes, let me tell you something. What we say to Xbox fanboys applies to you.
How? How does that work? No, it doesn't. Unlike the Xbox fanboys, the PlayStation guys advocating for this have every right to, because they play on the platform and they support it. If they want multiplayer games, their voice means a lot more than some fucking Xbots suggesting it. By a lot. Like, it's a major difference. Like, no, it's not the same thing. It doesn't apply to them. They support the platform. They play on it. They give Sony money. They can say whatever the fuck they want. If you're calling out Xbox for doing this, whatever. But if you want to call out the PlayStation crowd for trying to get more games on their platform, and you're advocating against it, you're delusional.
You know how we tell Xbox fanboys when a Japanese game comes on, we be like, yo, you better buy it. Because your platform is known not to get these games.
Wow.
So if you're really talking that talk and you're about this and you're like, man, if only you could get this, I will buy it, enjoy it. Well, that applies to your asses. Y'all want these multiplayer games on PlayStation? Well, guess what's the best way to tell Sony you want them?
To buy them? Yeah.
Better buy it.
Alright. And you? I expect you to do the same. I expect you guys to make the next single-player game from PlayStation a smashing success. I expect it to outdo Breath of the Wild. That's what I expect. See how that works? Huh? You see how that fucking same stupid logic applies here? You're like, oh, you better show Sony. I'm like, well, you better show Sony that you are going to go out and buy these first-party games.
Better play it. Don't come not playing any of these games, any of them.
I want it my way. Exactly. That is how he's acting right now.
While still crying that you want multiplayer games. You want multiplayer games, you know what to do. Alright?
Yeah.
Listen, your Twitters and your podcasts and all that shit don't mean nothing. Those are just words.
That's true.
Stockholders don't talk podcasts. Shareholders don't get paid in tweets.
No.
They get paid in dollars.
PlayStation doesn't get paid in your fanboyism. They don't get paid in you cheerleading for them. They get paid when you show them that you're going to go out and buy those single-player games. And you guys have been missing the mark on several of them.
Get paid in yen. They need to send the yen. Show them the yen. You ever seen what that Jerry Maguire? Show me the money.
Say Maguire.
You gotta show them the money. You gotta buy those games.
They will.
You better put up that bread.
They will.
No bread, no voice.
No, he said bread. No, God, why did you have to say bread? Barto, why did you have to say bread? Are you for real right now, man? I just got my audience to stop focusing on bread. And there you go. Fine, you know, well, now that we're on the subject of bread, we may as well talk about it. Fuck. Alright. When it comes to bread, I don't think this opinion is of mine is controversial. But bagels serve more of a universal purpose than any other bread. Debate me on this one, bro. Debate me on it. Bagels, you can do anything with bagels. You can do anything with a bagel. I think bagels are definitely the superior bread. Name me a better bread than a bagel. Do it. Come on, chat. What's better than a bagel? What bread serves more purpose and has more usages than a bagel? What bread comes in more shapes, sizes, and flavors than bagels? None. Disagree? You can't disagree with me. Okay, thank you. Agreed. Yes, thank you. Based. Yeah, I told you. Flatbread is king. Get out of here. Just bread. Bagels so tough. Yeah. Sourdough? Censored. I should ban you for even suggesting sourdough. English muffins are, yeah, English muffins are definitely on the tier. You know what we should do, chat? We should do a bread tier list. Who's down for doing a bread tier list? Well, like, we literally put the best types of breads on a tier list, and we rank them. Bagels are definitely an S tier. And I would say sandwich bread is, well, standard sandwich bread is F tier. Yeah. Bread is processed carbs. Well, no shit. You don't think we know that? Oh, wow. Next you're going to tell me cigarettes give you cancer. No shit. Think you're so clever. Sourpuss donuts? I'm down. English muffin? Yeah. Tortillas are a good source of carbs. I like tortillas. Canned bread is best now. Squidward's bread is not the best. Get out of here. English muffins, brother. I know English muffins are very good. They definitely belong on the S tier. I'll give you that. Yeah. English muffins are S tier. Maybe right as S tier? Nah. Monley said, remember very much, garlic bread is the best. Move on. No, it's not, Monley, because you can't put peanut butter on garlic bread. You can't put jelly on it. Garlic bread is limited to one type of dipping sauce. And that is cheese. No, two dipping sauces. That's cheese or marinara. No, I'm sorry, bro. I can't agree with you on that one. That opinion is not based at all. Garlic bread is too limited. Not based. Yeah. Cheesy bread? No. It has to be pure bread. French bread is good. Croissants are fucking overrated. Chat's gonna hate me on this one, but croissants move down to F tier. Sorry. Croissants are overrated. I don't like half of the croissants I've ever eaten. Sorry. Panera bread doesn't count. Yeah. Garlic bread's weakest link is the utility. Agree. 100%, yeah. Sourdough is the bomb. It is on its own. But I'm sorry. Sourdough only serves one purpose. There's not much you can do with the bread. We're ranking it based on utility, usage, variety, and popularity. Those all play a role in the tier system for bread. Yeah. Bread and butter goes are very overrated. Thank you! Yeah, fucking... I'm glad someone agrees that croissants are overrated. English muffins are kings. Bagels too hard. What? You have not had the right bagel. You gotta get Costco croissant. Best bread. Buttermilk biscuits are great. French toast. That's a dish more than it is a... French toast has to be made with eggs. It has to be made fresh. Egg toast. You know, French toast is limited. It's a very limited one as well. I would say... Cornbread. Ooh. Cornbread is good. I'm going to put cornbread at A tier. Because cornbread is a seasonal bread. And that's why it's limited, but I'll put it in A tier. It's a good bread, though. Yeah, I have no love for croissants. No. Baguette, Hawaiian rolls. Ooh, Hawaiian rolls are an A tier. A tier, yeah. Berlin lol. Popeye's biscuits. Fuck, biscuits in general are B tier. They're very good. Very snack. Yeah, you can snack on that shit. So I'll put it at a B tier for biscuits. Potato bread is delicious, but it belongs with sandwich bread in the F tier. Garlic bread is B tier. Yeah. Seeded bread is so good. I love seeded bread. Yeah. Beer breads. No. What about no? Texas toast. Ooh, I do like me Texas toast. Stream is making me hungry. Pretzel buns. Pretzels are overrated. All right, chat. Crucify me for this one. But pretzels are overrated. I've never had a pretzel I didn't like. They're always too salty, too expensive, and uncomfortable to eat. And they make your hands all greasy. I'm gonna unfortunately have to tell everybody that the pretzel is F tier bread. Oh, don't get mad at me. I'm not the one who decides the facts. These are just the facts. 2 Canadian from Galen the Wizard. Japanese milk bread is up there for me. Ooh, yeah. Torta bread, yes. Bolillos, you mean? Bolillos are A tier bread. We're gonna put bolillos in A tier bread. I love them. Banana bread! Fuck yeah, banana bread is S tier. I'm sorry, but you can't go wrong with banana bread. It goes good with your tea, it goes good with your coffee, it goes good with milk. It's just banana bread is the bomb. I don't think much can compete with the banana bread, yeah. Banana bread is definitely S tier. Yeah. Soft pretzels, you're just gay. Fuck you! Oh, I suck? Oh, fuck you, Steve. You suck. Bagels are C tier? Malik, you're about to get banned. Bolillos, yeah. Milk toast. Fuck. El Osario Sol. Fuck you. Sourdough bagels? Ew. Ew. Anybody who votes for sourdough is lost their mind. Sourdough is... It doesn't even deserve to be on the list. Sourdough doesn't exist to me. No thank you. No way. Banana bread is cake? No, it's not. It's bread. Zucchini bread isn't bad, but it is overrated. F tier. $4.99 from the deep fryer. Honey wheat bread complements most sandwiches. Or use a toasted brioche. I can't say that fucking word. Bun. A brioche bun. A brioche bun. Brioche. I don't know the word. I've never actually heard of that bun type. I'm a fraud. Look at me. Rating bread, and I don't even know what type of bun that is. Hamburger buns are overrated. Golden apples. Because hamburger buns, they just don't go well with... They don't go well with other toppings. They're very limited on the usage as well. Pasta? What about... We're talking about bread. We're not talking about pasta. Sourdough doesn't exist to you? Have you lost your damn mind? What the standard's truth? Don't you dare go against me. Sourdough bread sucks. $2 from the tax collector. Cinnamon bread is the bomb. Yes, it is. You know what? Cinnamon bread is S tier. We're going to see S tier with cinnamon bread. Thank you. $2 from Andrew Tomoshaka. Focaccia and ciabatta. What the fuck is this type of bread now? Now we're talking about breads I don't even know. Now we're talking about breads I've never even fucking heard of. Or no, I probably heard of them before. I'm just pronouncing the words wrong. But I don't know. Maybe. Your French sucks, Frit. Yes, it does. And I took French. And I took French. What about poppy seed? Is there poppy seed bread? I thought poppy seed only really went in muffins. I've never seen poppy seed bread. like pure bread of poppy seed. Bolillo with Diz. Yeah. Salted caramel bread is really good. I've never tried it. Or $2 from Rudiment Rob. How about Hawaiian rolls? We already placed Hawaiian rolls in the A tier. Hawaiian rolls are A tier. Oh, shiz. Oh, it's a type of English muffin is what it is. Oh, well, no, we've already placed English muffins on the list, though. They're already on the list. You know, maybe I should make a bread tier list video with all of these suggestions from people. Isn't it interesting that we found bread a lot more interesting of a subject than Puerto Rock? Puerto Rock is no longer even the focus right now. Now we're having a lot more fun talking about bread. Yeah, honey bread? Don't you dare diss poppy seed rolls. I'm not, Andrew. I love poppy seed anything. I just didn't know poppy seed bread rolls existed. Chocolate Danish bread is the bomb. We're not going to count... fine, we'll count chocolate breads. Chat, what do you think? Should we count chocolate? Does chocolate count or no? No. Yeah. Delta, I thought bread was a bannable offense! Not if you're talking about it like this, Delta. Yeah. Well, right now, Delta, we're doing a bread tier list. We're going over the best breads. I've already made the definitive list, and this chat is just wrong about everything, and I'm right. Bread, yeah. Conchas. Ooh, conchas are B tier. I like them, but conchas can sometimes be too dry. Or, I mean, like, just... You know what I mean? Like, mouth drying type of dry. A good bread doesn't really dry your mouth. But a concha, for some reason, conchas just always dry my mouth. So I'm going to put them in B tier. They would be A tier if they were just a little more, I don't know, substantive in the center. Yeah. Pumpkin bagels. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Bread is red. What? Fritz sugar bread. Well, that's what a concha is. It's basically sugar bread. Yeah. Yeah, they leave a mess too. Yeah, they do, Toxic Guy. You're right. Conchas leave too much of a mess behind. And they're too dry, and they're not really that substantive on the center. So I'm gonna, yeah, good point. They always do make a big-ass mess. Have you tried pan de queso? Of course I have. But I don't like cheesy bread. Not cold cheesy bread. And that's what pan de queso is. It's cold cheese. I like my cheese gooey and hot. That sounded wrong. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Blood bread, never heard of it. Oh, yeah. What about the bread they give you at church? That shit sucked. Ooh, carrot cake! But that's cake, that's not bread. It doesn't count. Delta! Sourdough bread is where it's at. Nope. Nope, Delta. Nope. This may end our friendship tonight, Delta. This may end our friendship tonight, Delta, but I put sourdough at the F tier. Anybody who enjoys sourdough is lying to themselves. You're only eating it because there was nothing else around. If you had sourdough right next to garlic, you would pick the garlic bread 9 out of 10 times. And you know it. So don't lie to me, Delta. Sourdough bread is F tier. Sourdough is never anybody's first pick. So don't lie to yourself. When have you ever yeah, don't want me, Delta. You know I'm right on this one. Sourdough is never anybody's first choice. Ever. Ever. I'm not fucking lying. Yeah. No, it's not. Sourdough bread is not fire. Yeah. I stand by white and wheat and S tier. No. Tell him, Delta. Fred on that shit. No! I am right and you are wrong. Sourdough bread is shit. Your channel is F tier. Well, you're correct on that one. Never tried sourdough, so I can't give a solid opinion. You've never eaten sourdough? Okay, now you have a problem, Galen. Like, even I've tried it, but... Garlic bread is the only S tier bread. Delta, I'm sorry to tell you this, Delta. But I've placed garlic bread in the B tier. Because garlic bread is limited. I am pissing Delta off so much tonight. Crazy J Voices, never 2 months. The bread rolls at Texas Roadhouse is S tier. They are really good bread rolls, I'll give you that. They're very delicious. Yeah, no. Don't you dare speak for us. I speak for whoever the fuck I want. And there's nothing you can do about it. Dutch Crunch is amazing! Oh. Are muffins bread? No, muffins are like cake. Yeah. Oh, right, fuck! Okay. Butter rock, almost forgot.
Right? No representation without taxation. Sorry.
You can't say that! You cannot say that! God Emperor Sofa King, sourdough bread is goated. Get out of here! No, it's not. It's overrated as fuck, and you know it.
That you want multiplayer games. You want multiplayer games, you know what to do. Alright?
Uh-huh.
Listen, your Twitters and your podcasts and all that shit don't mean nothing. Those are just words.
Yeah.
Stockholders don't talk podcasts.
No.
Shareholders don't get paid in tweets. They get paid in dollars. They get paid in yen.
Uh-huh.
We need to send the yen. Show them the yen. You ever seen what's that? Jerry Maguire? Show me the money. You gotta show them the money. You gotta buy those games. You better put up that bread.
Yeah.
No bread, no voice.
Alright.
Right? No representation without taxation.
Yeah, he got it backwards. It's no taxation without representation.
You better put up that bread. No bread, no voice. Right? No representation without taxation.
No sourdough without representation. You hear that, chat? No bagels and no sourdough bread without representation.
Sorry. You don't get a seat at the table. Put up the bread. Oh, but what if it...
Ah, you mentioned bread again. God damn it.
But what if it's not... Oh, so now quality and all that shit. Nah. Y'all use that as a cop-out. Every time.
$2 from Andrew Tomoshak. Is he inbred? But good one.
Every time it's a cop-out, right? To not back up your words. Y'all do the
no flag without the Puerto Rican. Oh, I like it. I love it.
most talking, but you do none of the work. Hey, I'm not buying those multiplayer games. So if you're relying on me
Don't say that because we know you will when the time comes.
for Sony to survive and to keep pushing the metrics up, yeah, we keep multiplayer games, and you think me, Puerto Rock 77, is in on that? You're fucked.
Really? That's funny. That is so fucking funny because I know when there's nothing else to play and nothing else to talk about, what are you going to be doing? Playing those multiplayer games and talking about them and capping for them. So don't bullshit us.
Even if Sony needs just one person to buy it, and I am that one person to do it, God's not here for you.
That is bullshit. You will be the first in line. $2 from William Lewis. Anyone else think the way he mocks word yen is racist? No, not really. Not at all.
Because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. In fact, I'll be that motherfucker to make sure nobody else buys it.
What? What? You will be sure to make sure nobody buys Sony's multiplayer games? Why are you sabotaging Sony now? What is wrong with Ponies? This is the saltiest video I've seen all year so far. He's like, I will be the first to make sure nobody buys PlayStation's multiplayer games. Great, so you want Sony to fail. You're self-sabotaging so that you get that one niche thing you want. What the fuck are you... What? $2 to the tax collector. Cinnamon bread is best. Can't tell me otherwise. Cinnamon bread is good. I'm sorry, but bagels are better. You can get cinnamon bagels. End of discussion. Wow. Delta. So that's why Sony has become stagnant. Basically. This motherfucker's been out here trying to prevent Sony from succeeding. Why?
That shit's just gonna go down with the ship. Don't rely on me. I'm not fucking with multiplayer like that. I'm just not. I'm not really fucking with multiplayer, right? It's gonna take a lot. Like, for example,
It's not gonna take a lot at all. PlayStation puts out a first-party multiplayer game. He's gonna be there to play it, so he can console war.
if they made SOCOM,
Look at that! What did I tell you? Just like that. So he is, wow! Oh my god! He ain't, well, oh my fucking god, dude. This guy, no shame. 5 Canadian from Getting the Wizard. Is Vin Petro losing it? Also, Frank, I was wrong. I did have sourdough bread recently, and yeah, it's kind of mid. Oh! I'm winner! Also, everything bagel is definitely S tier. Yes! Finally, a super chat I can like. Oh, finally, I'm gonna like your super chat because you earned it. Finally, see? See, you want me to like your super chats? You gotta be like Galen the Wizard. You have to admit I'm right and that you're wrong. That's how that works here. Thank you, Galen. Fuck, finally something base to make up my day.
I might bite. That's probably like one of the few. There's a few games that I would bite. A few. Most of them would be. Most of it is because of just tinted rose glasses, you can say.
Tinted rose
nostalgia. I think the nostalgia in me would probably would have me jump. Like,
no, it wouldn't take much. PlayStation just says you can only play this on PlayStation and you will be playing it. Stop.
SOCOM, I think I would jump. A remake of Resistance, I think that would make me jump. You know, it would have to be the nostalgia. The nostalgia would be what would get to me. A new IP, just whatever. I don't really care. You know, but something nostalgic for me, I think I would jump in that condition.
Okay, so you are willing to play multiplayer games, you liar.
Only the nostalgia. But then my dumbass will end up paying the $70. Then after 2 weeks, I will stop playing it.
There you go.
That's literally what happened to me with Battlefield. I played like 2 games. I paid $70.
Bro, I don't blame you though, because Battlefield is trash.
And I played like 2 games on the motherfucker. Now I heard it's great. I'm just hesitant to re-download that huge ass file. I don't know. I might get back to it. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. But anyway.
You okay? You finally gonna stop crying? Are you finally over those reviews for The Last of Us 2? Are you realizing that everything you said for an entire decade was wrong, and Sony's doing the complete opposite of what you thought they were all about? Like, are you finally over it? You got that off your chest, Puerto?
It's only a $10 upgrade for The Last of Us 2.
$10 is too much. Should have been free.
For those who never played the game, it's $40. But guess what? They're experiencing the game for the
$40? 40? What? PlayStation has lost it. $40 for this shit?
Which I think it's 2026. And the real culprit behind it.
Hold on.
Move the hell on. Never played the game. It's $40. But guess
$40 fucking dollars. Are you shitting me? Bro, just go get a copy of The Last of Us 2 out of a Walmart bargain bin. It's like $5. The fuck?
Guess what? They're experiencing the game for the first time.
Money free to send you something on Discord to show the chat a very short video. Alright, Money, I'll check it out. Unknown Soldier 199, Battlefield 2042 or Halo Infinite? Halo Infinite, any day. Any fucking day. I ain't playing Battlefield 2042. Griffin can take the L on that one.
On the PlayStation 5. That's it. Stop crying. Move the hell on.
Bruh. You sat here for 27 minutes and cried about reviews with like no views on them.
Move the hell on. We already know that you're not getting a new game in 2024. Maybe 2025.
You're not getting a new game in 2024. You don't have anything.
By which I think it's 2026. And the real culprit behind it was the gas. That's it.
Nope.
That's it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
They made a bad call. They made a bad decision.
Yeah, all of those bad decisions were made in The Last of Us 2.
You know? A lot of people do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Naughty Dog specifically does it back to back.
BioWare made a bad decision going with Anthem. What is it? Crystal Dynamics made a bad
It's
decision.
actually $50. 50 fucking dollars. Are you out of your mind, Sony?
Making Avengers a gas game. And Rocksteady with Suicide Squad, the jury will be out on that one. But just looking how things go, it's looking like that's a bad decision too. But there's no turning back for them. They're gonna have to just keep pushing forward. Maybe they could.
I hope Suicide Squad fails. I'm with you on that
salvage
one.
it. Maybe it might end up good. Who knows? But it's looking spooky. You know, it's looking shaky
For PlayStation,
for them. It's a little bit shaky.
for
You know,
PlayStation, it's looking
shaky
extra
for Rocksteady
shaky.
right now. It's a little bit shaky, but we'll see if they can.
Oh
do
yeah,
something.
for them as well.
It is what it is. But let me know what you think. You
It is what it is what this whole video was you saying. We're done. We're moving on. We're done with that, alright? Okay. Now we're moving on to where is it? Fucking MPG. MPG. Trying to console war using PALWORD. You're going to love this video. This one caught my attention. I couldn't help it. PALWORD's community manager just cooked Microsoft and a lot of the industry. He has to make sure it's Microsoft. You know what's so funny about this tweet right here from PALWORD? Bucky? Can you guess what happened to this tweet that he's referencing in the video right here that you're seeing? Oh boy. Oh boy. Mid-bald gamer. Is that what MBG stands for? Mid-bald gamer? Mid-bald gamer. Stupid. It could very well be what MBG stands for, but PALWORD's community manager pretty much saying fuck you to Microsoft. The tweet was deleted. Oh! That's what happened to the tweet. It was deleted. Let's press play. Let's see what's going on here.
So what we are looking at is a now deleted tweet
Oh!
from the PALWORD community.
I wonder why they would delete that tweet. It couldn't be the Game Pass money they were receiving. It couldn't be the fact that, you know, it was a bad look and quite hypocritical of them. Couldn't be that.
Manager.
Money. Speaking about it, show what I sent you. It's about PALWORD. Less than a minute long. Alright, fine, Money. Check it out. What is it? It's less than a minute long. Is it this one? Alright, hold on. Let's check it out. Alright. 199 from Unknown Soldier. Man Boy Gamer equals MBG. That is definitely what it has to stand up for, yeah. Here, let's paste this shit here. See what this is.
Japan doesn't have any fair use for its copyright law. There's no such thing as fair use in Japan. None. Doesn't exist. So with that in mind, if Nintendo wants to go after you, if you're in the US or Europe or anywhere else, because you're showing off Nintendo stuff, they have every right to, because there's no fair use in Japan. They can stop you from doing that. They've done it many, many times. It may feel unsavory, but that's within their purview to do so, right? Normal stuff. Super normal stuff. Now, with that in mind, let's say that Nintendo wanted to go after Pocket Pair and said, hey, there's something wrong. Well, Pocket Bear's been working on this game publicly for 3 years. They haven't done it. Pocket Bear's now released the game and they have 5 million sales, and they still haven't done it. And on top of all of this, on top of everything else, they're both in Japan, which means it wouldn't even be an international lawsuit. It'd be a local lawsuit. So if they're not doing it, why is everyone on Twitter bitching? Pretty sure that Nintendo, one of the most litigious game companies in the world, would have more of a handle and understanding of the law than all of the armchair experts on Twitter. Japan doesn't have any...
Crush them with logic and facts. Logic and facts. Ben Shapiro style. Ooh, read it and weep. I love it. Thank you, Monley, for sending us that important little bit of info. Yeah, we should watch it. He is very based. Okay, I'll check it out in time. Let's get to this.
And there are a couple of things that I want to go over here. The first is just addressing what he said here and why I think it's so significant.
Okay.
But also addressing what I said, because there seems to be some confusion, which is understandable based off of my wording here. But, yeah, this tweet was deleted. He says, the games industry has been hijacked.
Alex was saying this days ago. People were saying it before Alex, so Alex doesn't get credit. Sorry.
Jacked by the same people who called you a loser for playing games as a kid. Now grown
I'm sorry,
up,
I don't. That guy said it before Alex.
business diploma in hand, views you as a number.
This chat, you got to stop giving Alex credit. You need to understand, Alex steals a lot of ideas. Like, Alex is very, very unoriginal. You guys are giving too much credit.
Green is good, red is bad. Our market research shows, and then he puts the number 1900,
Oh.
which is obviously referencing the 1900 employees that Microsoft laid off from the Xbox division and the, from Activision Blizzard. And he says here, reject tribalistic consolidation.
All right. This is hilarious. When you read this tweet, it becomes quite easy to realize why the developer deleted that tweet. So the game industry has been hijacked by the same people who called you a loser for playing games as a kid. Now, grown-up business diploma in hand hands you in hand, views you as a number. Green is good, red is bad. All right. This gaming industry has always been run by big corporations. This isn't new. You're not really making a brand new statement. You're not pointing out anything new, really. Like this right here, like this game industry has been hijacked by the same people. It is true that the industry has been hijacked by that group of people. But if he's referencing Microsoft, like Microsoft has been here for a long ass time. And I would definitely not call Microsoft the hijackers of the industry. Like, what? No, they built their console, they built their studios. You know, they buy into everything like that. But to say like it's been hijacked is like very poor wording on their part. I can see why they deleted it.
And so he deleted this tweet not too long after, and obviously people took screenshots. And so I decided...
Brian Arvelis, yesterday Alex's live stream was really boring. I didn't get a chance to watch it, I can't say. I don't really tune into I don't really tune into anyone's streams too often. I can't say if it was boring, but sorry if you didn't enjoy it.
To put this out here, and I said PALWORD's community manager pretty much saying fuck you to Microsoft. The tweet was deleted, but we know. Now, here's
why was
what
the tweet deleted?
I want to clarify. I said what I said here, assuming everybody knows me. You know, obviously not everybody knows me or knows my opinion on this. So the way some people were reading this is that, like, I'm against what he's saying. Like, I don't agree with it. And it's like, oh, you put this out there, but you got caught, buddy. Like, no. I want to make it 100% clear. I know most of you watching this know this, but, you know, just before anybody starts running with the wrong interpretation, I 100% agree with what he's saying. That is why I posted it. Because what he's saying here is pretty much what many of us have been saying in regards to the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal for pretty much the entire time.
So here's the thing that kind of annoys me, though, right? I'm not trying to defend a corporation, but those 1,900 people would have never had a position like this without a corporation. You know what I'm talking about? Like, these 1,900 people could have been stuck for the rest of their lives just developing for fun, coding for fun, and never actually having a career or position. Yes, 1,900 were let go, so you could argue that really fucking sucks and that's twisted, but it's like, how else, like, who else is going to be able to give 1,900 people a job? It's not going to be independent developers. It's not going to be small studios. PALWORD, like, the developers behind PALWORD realize one day we're going to be a big corporation, and one day we're going to let people go, so it's very hypocritical of us to put this tweet out. I'm not saying, like, the developers were wrong for voicing their opinion on the matter, because they have every right to. But even they had enough self-awareness to realize that's not a take to have for the foreseeable future when we end up doing the same shit. You can hire 1,900 employees, and then you can easily let go of 1,900. And, you know, It's how the world of business works. It's how Sony works. It's how Nintendo works. It's how everybody who produces the products you like works. Money, if they don't make money, they got to go. It sucks, but that's how corpos work. Yeah. Could you imagine the layoffs if ABK wasn't acquired? That shop, yeah, no. There would have been definitely a lot more firings. Yeah. If ABK was making good games, they wouldn't have lost their jobs. I don't think they didn't lose their jobs based on performance. This was just a move made for, like, it's a financial move that they made. Black Star, true, they hired those 1900, so why can't they fire them? It's just, yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, there's no really defending something like this, but at the same time, you realize, well, you know, they hired 1,900 people and gave them jobs and everything, and now they're supposed to be responsible for those 1,900 people like they're their parent? You know what I mean? Like, you work for me, and that's about it. You know, our transactions, you do this work for me, I pay you. But now I'm supposed to look out for your well-being when I, you know, decide to let you go? You know, it's like, yeah, I can sympathize with you losing your job, but I'm not thinking to myself, that company has to take care of you. It's their priority now. I think a lot of people just... It's beneficial to have more benefits for the workers, and I will always defend workers having more rights. Because they should. Like, this is a big corporation, they're not your friend, and likewise, they're not viewing you as a friend. So you both should be taking the biggest advantages out of each other. And those 1,900 people got severance pay, and they get to keep their health insurance when they get let go of. I mean, that's just kind of insane. Most of the 1,900 hiring were during the pandemic. Yeah, I know about that. There were mostly hires during the pandemic, though, right? And they were in positions and departments that were already over bloated. That is correct, yes. Yeah. Blizzard is better than Xbox Studios. Blizzard has more games than Xbox Studios. That's all I'm going to say. Better, I don't know. Current Blizzard is definitely not that good.
Time. Now, of course, people are responding to this and being like, oh, of course, you know, single out Microsoft. But it's like, listen, this is absolutely applicable to other companies, if not all major companies, right? Not just Microsoft. But he posted this on the day of Microsoft announcing these layoffs because it's brutal. I mean, it's pretty bad. If you look into it and you go over all of the, you know, different...
It's really not that bad, though. Like, these people are not going to be homeless after this, you know? Like, they're being looked after. So, it's not the big, like... I don't know, like, I worked many jobs and this would never happen for me. I would, like, the company I worked for would never provide me health insurance or pay on my way out. Not a single one of them I've ever worked for.
Departments and different people that were laid off. It's brutal. You know, there's just no way around that. And I just thought that this was really interesting to see because it's worth noting that, you know, PALWORD is not on PlayStation or Nintendo, obviously. It's exclusive to the Xbox console. It's on Game Pass. I also want to point out here that he followed this up with another tweet shortly after he deleted the one we were just looking at, where he says, all right, well, if I post anything but sales numbers or patch notes, I guess the response for now will just be unhinged threats to myself and the company. Shame, but okay.
All right, so he's trying to suggest that tweet he put out is the reason this guy's getting threats to himself and the company. All right? Bucky mentioned that they were getting threats before this. And I have seen threats they receive, and it's always 9 out of 10 times coming from Nintendo guys. Especially when they post about how much they've sold the game.
Now, you know, this is pretty sad to see. You know, based off of what he's telling us, he took this down because of threats that he was getting.
No.
Unhinged threats.
Nah.
To himself and to the company. It's ridiculous because... The truth is, if you if we go back to, you know, that original tweet, right? It's posted here. If we go back to this, he's 100% correct. You know, like
He is correct. He is, yeah. But I don't know if he's the one who should be saying it, because once PALWORD builds up their company, expect layoffs. Expect layoffs to happen over there. And this tweet would have aged this tweet's still going to age poorly because they already put it out. But I guarantee you, everybody in chat, this tweet is going to age poorly for them.
This is a sentiment that many people share, and you know, people have been saying for a while now that, look, it's not really fair to try to frame what Microsoft is doing by buying, you know, Bethesda, ZeniMax, and then also after that buying Activision Blizzard. It's not fair to try to compare that to most of the things, if not all the things that are going on, where it's like, oh, you know, this company's buying this studio, or this company's buying a couple of these studios. I mean, obviously we look at like Embracer Group. Embracer Group is, I think, a standout. I think it's kind of like a one-off situation where like this company just clearly didn't know what they were doing. They went crazy, and now they're, not only are they paying for it, but even worse, you know, all the developers, all the studios, all the people involved are now paying for it. And you know, people like myself and others have been trying to say, you know, like maybe we just, I don't know, maybe we just shouldn't cheer on like aggressive consolidation. Again, it's okay where it's like, okay, some of these companies.
I mean, I think that was well worded on his part. Aggressive consolidation. Yeah, I don't think we should be rooting for it. I mean, I do it to piss off ponies, but like legitimately, you don't want corporations to absorb everything around you. Because, I mean, like, corporations are out of touch. And, you know, it leaves very little room for independent development. But luckily for us, that's not the situation we're in. There's plenty of room for AA studios and indie studios to thrive and exist. And if anything, we have way more of them now than we ever did before.
These in their publishing units, they want to grow, you know, fire a couple studios here, a couple studios there. That's fine, you know, where it makes sense. But this idea of cheering on, you know, again, like a multi-trillion-dollar corporation like Microsoft to go out there and just gobble up independent publishers. And I get it. Like, I understand that these publishers, they have to agree to sell. I get that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we should be cheering it on. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean it's just going to be good, you know?
Yeah, correct. All right, yeah. I can agree with everything he said there.
There's usually a price to be paid for everything. And you also have to question, you know, why that publisher is so eager to sell.
Well, you know, if those publishers are eager to sell, though, we're not in any right to tell them not to. So, you know, I mean, like, we shouldn't be actively rooting for it, but we can't really be actively discouraging it either. Because it's a decision made by the corporations. They have every right to it. They know what they're doing more than any of us do. We're just commentators, you know, speculating from the outside. We're not inside the industry knowing the inner workings. So it's like, it is also as annoying to see people say, I can't believe it! This merger that won't really change my life is gonna happen! It's about just as cringe as somebody being like, woohoo! That's gonna make the world a great place! Like, those people, like, they're equally cringe to me.
But yeah, I thought this was really interesting. And again, I just wanted to clear up, because the thing is, this tweet's starting to gain significant traction. You know, it's at over 225,000 views. It just started picking up randomly. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I wanted to make it crystal clear. I did say underneath here, you know.
And you're right, Black Star. It is their money, not ours. So that also plays a role into all of this. Like, I mean, to cheer it on or to be so actively against it, like, they're both not really logical positions. Because most of the people, most of the people that root for this stuff are just mindless drones, fanboys. They're like, oh, Microsoft is amazing! Now with more acquisitions than ever, oh, just you wait, you know, that shit's cringe, right? But the people who are like, no, corporation, no, you have no right to buy this person who wants to be sold and wants to decide what to do with their product and their corporation. We get to decide. Like, those two sides are just so fucking cringe to me. Like, people take the acquisition so personal on a level that blows me away. It's how I was able to make so much content off of it. Like, overblown reactions from people who just want to be noticed on the internet. K9 Corpse, member for 16 months. If the holder wants to sell, it's for money. Full stop.
Letting everybody know that I absolutely agree with this. But again, I can understand why if you don't know who I am, right? Like, you're just coming across this tweet, you don't know MBG or whatever.
Yeah.
I totally understand how you read what I set up here and you think he's not wrong, dude. You know. But
PALWORD's community manager pretty much saying "fuck you, Microsoft." The tweet was a little bit, well, yeah, they are basically saying "fuck you, Microsoft," but I think that is the reason they took the tweet down, which makes it funny. You know, like, they didn't stand their ground, because I think these guys are looking to continue doing business with Microsoft. And that's why they did it.
But, yeah, I mean, that's crazy, man. Knowing how big PALWORD is right now, seeing just how colossal it is.
Look at this man stare. He's like, oh. He's so sad it's not on his console. But it's understandable, MBG. It's a great game. I wish you could play it legitimately. But man, then again, I wouldn't be having these videos if it was on your console.
And to see the community manager of the game just straight up come out. I mean, look, of course he's talking about consolidation in general, but there's a reason why he put the number 1900. You know, because that's in reference to.
Yeah. Again, you can't be putting out tweets like this and then gladly taking Microsoft's money. You know, they're just... I mean, you can, but I don't think it's going to work out between the two companies very well. And so there's definitely a corporate reason it was taken down.
Announcement that Microsoft made today, and I just want to say this last thing before I close out this video. I'm seeing a lot, and I mean I'm seeing a lot of Xbox fans or fanboys or toxic individuals, whatever.
Oh no, can't have
very
those.
defensive and basically acting like, why are you singling out Microsoft? And they're starting to just, point the finger like, oh, what about them? Huh? What about that company? Or that company or that company? See, here's the problem.
All right.
People have been pointing out what these other companies are doing. Like when Bungie laid off employees, pretty sure they got demolished for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sony as well. I mean, we are still witnessing what's happening with the Embracer Group. Unity, all these different companies, like they're all suffering layoffs, and everybody is pointing them out, being like, "This is not good. This sucks. What's like? There's a problem here, or at the very least, it's just very bad."
Here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with the internet: is it's turned layoffs into a spectacle. And I mentioned this on Twitter. A lot of people, and I blame Jim Sterling for starting this trend too, where layoffs have become they've become a boogeyman. They've become like the bad thing to pretend to be upset about. And when it comes to gaming specifically, like what gamers specifically, it's like they only focus on layoffs in the industry. But here's the thing, layoffs in the gaming industry are some of like the nicest ones, because those people get packages, they get paid on their way out. They get taken care of. Some of them, not all, but a good chunk of them do. And so like when you factor in a lot of things like that, all of a sudden these layoffs don't seem that evil, right? Like there's nothing inherently evil, and there's nothing like, noble about it as well. It's just the nature of the beast, the nature of corporations, the nature of business, how it runs. It's unfair. We can call it unfair at the most. Unfair is all we can really do, but when we turn it into a spectacle, when it's like highlighted, then it gets really cringe. Because after a while, you're like, how many times are people going to cry about layoffs? Because that's all people do is they cry about it. Like, if it's such an issue, I want to see people take a stand of some sort. But instead, it's just, again, it's a spectacle for the internet. It's like a subject to talk about, a thing to rant over. And in reality, the majority of the people doing it just don't actually care.
Right.
They're going to go to bed tonight not thinking twice about it.
So seeing people behave like, don't put Microsoft in a corner, poor old Microsoft. But what makes it even worse is that these are the same people that we have seen brag, right? We high-fiving each other. Oh, yeah, right? Microsoft is so much bigger, and because of that, they can make moves that nobody else can make. Well, you know what? It seems that people are going to pick up on that. People are going to pick up on, you're right, they are bigger than everybody else, and they can make moves that nobody else can make. And when they do make those moves...
What are you talking about? Like, Sony could easily let 1,900 people go. Nintendo can. Fucking Ubisoft can. EA can do that. They've all let go, have mass layoffs after acquisitions and purchases. Like, how? Like, I don't know. Like, just to take a moral stance on it has become an issue of me recently, because I used to be with that crowd. I was like, no, layoffs, crunch, how dare you? And then the more you learn about businesses and how they operate, and like the behind the scenes things, like the more you realize, holy shit, these layoffs are not as cruel and unfair as people make them out to be. But it's a very hard stance to have, because you don't want to see people lose their jobs for no reason at all. Because that is what happens with layoffs. It's like, yeah, we have to randomly select which one of you to go. Because that's how it happens too. It was like random selection of like the lowest performing employees, or the ones that are costing them the most money. And you're just like, that's not fair. Like, I just worked in catering and I'm being told you gotta go. It's not fair. That shit sucks, and I can sympathize with you. But I don't know if I'm going to take a moral stance on it, because I also have to consider, like, alright, but, like, what? Like, are companies supposed to be forced to keep you in the company? Like, are they forced to keep you hired and pay you wages? Because, like, what solution is there? Like, are we supposed to demand these companies keep all these people hired? Like, well, you hired them, they're your responsibility. No, that's not really how it works. That's not really how it works.
And something like this occurs, and then suddenly they're getting more heat for that. Oh, well, that's just not fair.
Bungie let go of 8%. Yeah, I remember. I didn't make videos crying about it. I was like, how dare Bungie?
I mean, this is the ridiculous stuff that I'm seeing, where it's like, it's weird, dude. It's just weird to see people get this defensive over the fact that, like...
I'll agree with you on that one, MBG, though. Yeah, people were too defensive. I'm looking at it logically. But, yeah, no, the usual Xbox corporate shills were indeed, like, getting butthurt over it. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Microsoft is doing something in the industry that we've never seen before with Activision Blizzard. We've never seen a deal this big being made. And so when the bad news comes out, regardless of, redundancy, it's all just redundancy. I mean, God, the amount of times I saw that word yesterday. It's a word of the day, redundancy.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a fair word to use. Like, it's a business term as well. Like, it's not to spite. It's not an insult. It's not degrading. It's just like a business term in this. Like, that's how they're using it here.
No reason to say anything more, because it's all because of redundancy.
Well, MPG, if you really care that much, why don't you go out there and personally fight for each and every one of those 1,900 employees individually? You can't do it. You can't do it. And it is redundant because tomorrow you're going to forget about it. You're gonna forget about it tomorrow.
To see people just get so, I don't know, like defensive it's weird, man. You know, it's weird in general. Like nobody should be defending companies for laying people off. Like I understand if you want to take a more realistic approach and be like, well, you know, this stuff does happen. We can't.
Correct. Yeah. You know what? Not a bad take from MBG tonight. Actually, I've agreed with him for the majority of this one.
Pretend that like this isn't the business world. I get that, but a lot of what I'm seeing is not that. And it's very strange. So, anyway, that does it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts.
Now, I will say, towards the PALWORD devs, I would admire you guys making this tweet, but you guys did take Microsoft's money. You know how Microsoft operates. You know what they do to stay, like, to be the #1 company right now, surpassing Apple. You know what it takes for them to do that. It just feels a little hypocritical because these guys are going to find themselves in the same position where they're going to have to let go of people at one point. And what are you going to do then? People are going to come after you for this exact tweet you put out. And it's not going to hurt your business. But again, like, things like this don't age well on the internet. So I would say it was a smart move for them to take it down. But what I would have done if I was the PALWORLD's devs is I would have taken this tweet down and I would have reworded it in a different way. Just talk about the layoffs and how bad it is, you know. And you're basically calling out Microsoft without having to use their actual name, which would cause you trouble. You know, just word it a little more carefully. Word it a little bit better. Because I guarantee you anything, people in the back were like, bro, you can't put out that tweet. We took a check from them. You know? That's probably really realistically what was going on. Haha, Biden can barely put 2 words together, never mind a story. So they can't do nothing, they can't touch me, I'm going to touch the ball, I literally run the store. Well, I mean, if you're the company and you own all this shit, the only people who can really make you go out of business are the customers. And if the customers haven't decided you did anything wrong, then that's how it works. They're going to keep buying your shit. But yeah, no, I mean, this game should be on PlayStation. Because if it was on PlayStation, there wouldn't be any stupid console warring over it. If this game was on PlayStation, the PlayStation dudes would be playing it and keeping their mouths shut instead of crying and pretending and coping and lying. Like, yeah. I will guarantee you PALWORLD 2 World will be on PC or Xbox. If you are good at what you do, you won't have a hard time finding another job. If you don't know what you are doing, then it is almost like they didn't really need you. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been, you know, let go from jobs before due to financial cuts, due to the company, you know, wanting to just get rid of a specific department. It happens. And the only thing you can really think of at the time is like, well, this is unfair to me. But you're over it. You get over it real fucking fast. Real fast. Because, you know, there's endless jobs out there. And, you know, God forbid someone has to struggle for a bit to just find another job. You know, struggles are also a part of life. You're not going to like it, but that is the game of life. You're going to live your whole life facing struggles and hardship. But I wouldn't say these developers are facing hardship. All of them are being compensated. And that's a lot of fucking money to pay to ensure these people, you know, can go a few months looking for a job. I wonder how many of them are going to be looking for jobs and how many are going to be taking advantage of the severance pay. Who knows? But if you were an employee of them, take advantage of that severance pay. That's what I'm going to tell those developers. Take advantage. Take advantage of Microsoft in this moment. You fucking eat every dime that they owe you on your way out. Because, you know, fuck Microsoft. You don't owe them anything. And they don't owe you anything, but you're getting something out of them, so take advantage. I would. 100%. Fuck that corporation. Yeah. It just feels weird to not have it on PlayStation. Like, how are Fall Guys... how Fall Guys was only originally on PC and PlayStation before going free just seems weird for such a popular third-party game. Well, the reason why is because PALWORD is in early access, and PlayStation's policy does not allow them to have early access on their store. So, people aren't able to play PALWORD. But, you know, Sony would have to rework their entire policy to get access to PALWORD. Or that, or they would make an exception. I don't know. But, you know, a good chunk of the blame goes to Sony for just not allowing early access on their console. So it really is on them. They're going to have to substitute with something. I'm not sure what they're going to do to get people to make up for the lack of PALWORD, but fuck, man. You're going to have to do it soon. I guess Helldivers is what they're betting their money on. Helldivers. I'll be playing Helldivers to support them, because I do want to encourage PlayStation to have multiplayer games, so I will try it out and hopefully it's good. But man, like, to miss out on a game like this because of your own policies is just, that's oof. You know, that sucks. That is entirely on them. And well, you know how like Ponies are when they always bring up how Xbox doesn't have Spider-Man and that's on them? Well, we have a similar situation here. No, that's false. PlayStation actually does allow early access video games onto their store. Do they? Are you sure? Yeah, no, last I heard, Sony does not allow early access. That's what I heard. And that's why the game isn't on there. But Fortnite was on PlayStation, and Fortnite used to be early access. Yeah, but that was during the time before they changed. I think Sony changed their policy after Cyberpunk. I don't know. I'm going to have to correct myself then. I'm going to have to go back and do more research on why this game is not on PlayStation. And I should make a video explaining why it's not on PlayStation in the most neutral way possible so that I don't, you know, get people upset. Because, you know, for the majority of PlayStation dudes who aren't fanboys, like, this sucks. Like, this game should be on your platform, and you should be enjoying it with everyone else. But, you know, the backstage politics prevent that from happening, so we gotta know. The PlayStation, I'm absolutely sure, says God Emperor Sofa King. Okay, well, I gotta... Let me Google it real quick. Because, I don't want to be wrong on that. PlayStation early access policy. You can enjoy 10 hours of free early access to selected EA releases. Oh wait, they allow early access for EA games, so Sony has already been documented in saying that the PS5 users don't support their games enough for success. Yeah, they have, yeah. Huh. Interesting. They allow EA early access. So I don't see why they wouldn't allow PALWORD early access. Interesting. They've had multiple, yeah, okay. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if Microsoft did pay money for this to not be on PlayStation then. Because if the early access policy isn't true, or I got my timeline wrong, then that would imply the PALWORD devs just didn't have a PlayStation port on mind. Oof. It's interesting how they went for Xbox and not PlayStation. There had to have been money exchanged for that. Interesting. I think I heard somewhere that Nintendo is so salty about the success of PALWORD that they have outright banned it from coming to the Switch. Nintendo was never going to allow a game like this on the Switch. Nintendo was never going to allow the developers to put their game on the eShop with the type of assets they have. That was never going to happen in the first place. I don't think it's salt on that one. Nintendo was just never going to allow something that looks like Pokemon to exist in their store. That's really what happened there. Nah, Ponies to brag. Give them a taste of their own medicine. It's on their roadmap to go to PlayStation. No, it's not. I saw their roadmap. There is no PlayStation port planned. They don't even have an update for Xbox. The Xbox users playing PALWORD don't have the best version of the game, and there's no plans for an update there on the roadmap either. No PlayStation port either. It seems like they're focusing on the PC version of the game the most. And I don't know how they're going to roll out with the Xbox updates, but the Xbox version needs a fucking update. The Xbox version of PALWORLD is so far behind. It's like, bruh. It's like a night and day difference between the two versions on PC and Xbox. Xbox games are beta testing PALWORLDs for PlayStation gamers. Okay, I guess so. Yeah. I'm waiting for PALWORLD to be on Switch. That ain't gonna happen, bro. Nintendo's not gonna allow that shit to happen. I know that's why they said not, and that's when I saw it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not on their roadmap. Yeah, no, it's not on their roadmap. Sorry, I misread what you said. But yes, it's not on their roadmap to bring it to PlayStation, so that is very interesting. Their roadmap said the update is coming for Xbox. Did it? Okay, alright. Are you sure? I didn't see that on there. Yeah. Xbox has done games with the developer in the past. Oh! No wonder they deleted the tweet! It's all starting to make sense. Oh, so they've worked with them in the past. I'm guessing they've funded projects with them in the past, and they've... Okay. Okay, alright. Suddenly, it's starting to make a lot more sense now. I see. Okay. Alright, I think I'm getting a bigger picture. Yeah, they did Craftopia. So, the existing relationship with this developer in the past that's definitely playing a role into why this game is on Xbox first. It's gotta be. I can't think of anything else. Huh. That tweet was bad business. Don't shit where you eat. That's what I'm saying, Excalibur, but at the same time, I'm a free speech absolutist. I believe you are allowed to talk shit about the company who is paying your bills. But I also believe that it comes with consequences. Like, if you want to talk shit about the company that's paying your bills, and then they let go of you because it's bad PR for them, you're going to have a hard time fighting that off. But I believe you're allowed to say what you want. If the PALWORLD devs wanted to say this, they were within their rights. And I'm not telling them they should have never put that tweet out. But clearly their relationship with Microsoft played a role into that. So, it's on them. No. Yeah, Bucky stuck his foot in his mouth. Yeah, I think Bucky realized it wasn't the best wording you could have done for that tweet. They barely have the resources to update the Xbox version simultaneously. No wonder they have no plans port on PS Now. Well, they definitely have the resources now, Unknown Soldier. 8 million copies sold. These people have single-handedly become the richest devs of January. Like, they made the most money of any game in January, without a doubt. I can't think of another game that sold this much. None. None have sold this much in January. So they definitely have the resources. They have no excuses going forward to not update the Xbox version and not have a PlayStation version. So yeah, they have the resources for sure now. They were funded by ID, Xbox Incorp. Wow. I don't mind if that tweet comes from an independent account, but that tweet comes from the community manager of PALWORLD. Yeah, that also played it in too, because it's like, bro, you know the company Xbox is. You know what they're gonna tell you after you put a tweet out like that. Like, bro. 8 million in 1 week, no less, yeah. They will do what all companies do. They will overhire and then fire people 2 to 3 years down the road. Yes, they will, and they know it. Holy shit, 10 million. They sold 10 million? It passed 10 million? No way. Really? Today? Dude, did they just beat Pokemon? Or did it just match Pokemon? Did PALWORLD just tie with Pokemon? Oh, boy. Oh, I wonder. Xbox buys PALWORD when? Honestly, that seems like it's more. That may be likely. That may actually happen. Yeah. But wow, 10 million. No? Did it pass 10 million or not? I didn't hear the announcement. I didn't see no announcement about that today. Unless it just happened right now. Oh, Pokemon sold 18 million. I thought Pokemon was 12 million. Or no, last I heard it was 10 million in 1 week. Oh, it beat Arceus. Okay, it beat Arceus. Alright, that's what it beat. Alright, Legends of Arceus, that's what it beat. Yeah, on Steam alone, not counting Xbox, yeah. Pokemon Scarlet sold 16 million in a week. Okay, there we go. So they did not beat Pokemon. But they got awfully close. The closest anyone has ever gotten to beating Pokemon. Impressive. Still impressive. Yeah, well, so technically it already has beaten Pokemon. It did beat a Pokemon game, but it didn't beat one of the Pokemon games in the main line. So, I mean, it beat, you know, a spin-off Pokemon game. Still impressive, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from that achievement. But it's not, it's still like quite a few million off, so Pokemon is still the king. Yeah. Oh, in 1 week? Then it probably did. It definitely beat The Last of Us 2. Everything beat The Last of Us 2. That's not impressive. I'm not impressed if you beat The Last of Us 2. Everybody's done that. They're getting closer. Impressive, really. Yeah, it is. Anyway, I'm getting close to ending the stream, so thank you everybody for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast on this one. I really did. Sorry for my antics and how loud and obnoxious I can be and how much of an e-beggar I am, but it was a lot of fun. Please don't overuse Latinx. Please don't overuse bread. Next stream, let's keep it professional. Let's not keep it about making fun of me and trying to trigger me. Remember, we were here to troll Ponies. We weren't here to troll me. If it was a stream to troll me, I would have titled it Troll Me, but I didn't. Okay? So, anyway. Yeah, I will see you guys this week with some brand new content. Gonna try and end off the month. Gonna try and cap off the month with a few more streams and a few more videos to catch up. And then I should be on track to release new things that you guys haven't seen before. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. No, don't keep it about bread. Have yourselves a good night. Thank you so much for the laughs. Thank you so much for the monies. Have yourselves a good night. And I'll be seeing you all with something new very soon. Bye-bye.